When's it gonna start? It's gonna start soon. Oh boy, we're back. We're so back. At least if Twitch isn't lying to me right now, which I mean they might be. But hello. Now Sari bot back at it again. Hello. First off, we're so back. It's been it's been 1 week since you looked at me. Which I mean, it's not necessarily true. I mean, it's been 1 week since I first started streaming. I think to the day, right? It's been 5 days since you laughed at me. If no one's ever heard of the 1 week song, then they probably won't understand anything what I'm saying. It's 5 or 4 days. I don't know. It's been I last streamed Monday. Anyways. But we're so back. It turns out, holy, 4 days of streaming in a row for 4 hours with no like practice or build up to it. Oh, that was tough. Like, it could be tough for anybody, but for me, especially as someone who doesn't really, isn't really accustomed to speaking for hours on end, multiple days in a row, tough. I was like, you can see it. If you go back to the VODs, you'll look at me on my first day. I'm like full of energy, like, wow, holy. Actively coming up with new things to say and stuff like that. And by the 4th day, I was like, I'm gonna be drawing. Man, this art thing's so tough. Like, it was a night and day. Like, truly, I don't think I had any more varied expressions than just this entire last stream. So took a couple days off. We're gonna try some new stuff, and also, guess what? I'm gonna be experimenting a bit with the schedule. So it's gonna be. I say all this at the beginning. Probably gonna repeat it at some point afterwards. It's gonna be. What is it, like? Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday next 2 weeks, and then I'll swap it to Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just as a test. So a lot of stuff. Also, streams going for 3 hours today instead of 4, and I think that's gonna probably stay like that until I figure out how I'm feeling with all the streaming stuff. Excuse me, sorry. Because I think, honestly, 4 is okay. I think 3 is like a nice like sweet spot for me in terms of like how much stuff I could actually like do. You know what I mean? Like how much I want to like get done. And how much energy I have for the rest of the stream. So there's that. But also, I think the next 2 weeks are going to be experimental anyways, because it's something I'll explain about later. But for now, I need to get started on this comic page because there's no art here. So funny thing of this is this page. I don't even have any sketches for this because this is like new, effectively. I like split off from the previous page, which I finished, by the way. I might as well show that off if I can. That current page or the last page that I finished looks something like this. Actually, when Clip Studio loads, holy, yeah, it looks something like this at the after we finished. Added some nice coloring things here, finished the backgrounds. That I'm not super in love with this effect, but yeah, added a bit more like outlines, like a white gradient overlay. So that's that. And then after that, initially, can I show you the, hold on, let me see if I'm not gonna save this, so hopefully it's good. Where's the initial, do I have the initial sketch? I have like a billion sketches in the sketch layer. Yeah, so it's all overlapping with each other like this. Like a billion different things. But one of the initial plans was to have it so that they appear. So we have all the old characters appear and all the new characters appear at the same time on screen. I think I showed at the beginning of the first stream, but I'm gonna be swapping that out because I changed out the context of the previous panel. Oh boy, I love comics and sequential stuff like that. So we're gonna be making actually just full on new sketches. How am I feeling about this though? Because I don't know. I feel like I want to set a good example, so I need to actually like figure out what the text bubbles, sorry, should say first. And I think what I'll say it's gonna be, this is done. We don't do that. We don't do that. Don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need that. Don't need that. Maybe keep hay. I want to do a full page spread at some point too. It's been a long time since I did one of those. I think there's one I'm planning for soon-ish, near the end of the first part of the chapter. But also maybe I'll do one here. I don't know. Because it's been a hot minute. It really has been. Again, excuse me. I'm swapping from iced tea to ginger ale, which is a close second for me in terms of good pops. You know, it's not that close actually. It's a little further away, but it is the second, I think. I think maybe this is the page where they meet though. So maybe we'll do like a split here. Like that. Ooh, that's the whole thing. Okay, cool. We'll do something like this. So this is important information. This is not important information. This is whatever. That's already been said before in the previous comic. Whoa. I want something here. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm receiving a vision within my brain, within my cranium. I almost said skull, and I had to really think, rely on the old thesaurus in the back of my brain. You know what I mean? Like, what was it? The other one, like video of like the guy saying like, or being fed like different words, and he's saying like, what he's like repeating them back to him. It's what is it? It's like, what is this? Shows a picture of like a skeleton. He's like, a cadaver, and then he's like, a skeleton. You know, the wait, do I have it? Yeah, the yeah, there we go, like that. Anyways, we have, I was thinking, so here's the vision in my brain when we see this, right? Like this page. Oh, I forgot the, you know, like it sound like a little opacity or something. Right, here's the vision. Okay, we do like that. So this is these are all the people in the background. These are all the people in the foreground, and then they see each other, and then the text of this is the, you know, saying like this is the background text, this is the foreground text. Oh frick! No, hold on. Because I'm saying it's like maybe it's like it's something. Oh no, yeah, because that won't work out. Maybe like maybe this becomes a 2-page spread. I don't know if this is if this is like a good page for it, because you know, in comics, in like print comics, you can't just do 2-page spreads whenever. You have to make sure that the pages are, you know, the left and right pages are actually on like the actual pages that they'd be on left and right. Otherwise, you'd have one where it's like it starts on the right page and ends on the left page, or on the next page. You know what I mean? So let's say this 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, this can't be a 2-page spread, unfortunately, because this is the 10th page, and only odd number ones can be that. So, oop. Although it's maybe something possible to be done. We do like a side view instead of like a top-down view instead. You know what I'm saying? Like we do this, and then we make like 2 text bubbles converge together here. That's another, you know, saying, like I'm saying. Again, I want to do some like kind of interesting panel like compositions and layouts. So we do something like this. They approach here. You see the thing, and then we turn. And we follow the 2 conversations along. And then we see, oh frick, I need to show them reappearing. That's the only problem. I need to show the other oh wait, okay. This is what I'm saying with pages that seem to go like completely like out of you know, like the proportion, the scale of it seems to go way beyond what I've intended to be. But I think, at least for now, because all the last few parts were seem to be sort of not artistically you know, minded. They're very much to get the page done. So I kind of want to do some more, cool stuff with some of the comics and layouts here. So what I was thinking is maybe this page where the two groups are seeing each other for the first time again. This gets pushed to the next page, right? So for this page instead, it's just the group meeting back up, and then they'll just be chatting and stuff like that. I'll be like, whoa, what's happening? Because they're out there, sort of living their lives. Either that or I'm gonna roll this down, basically, which is possible. And I think honestly, in a more economically minded, in terms of like page size and count, because I don't want the thing is I don't want to like balloon my comic out, so it's like 500 pages of just like one page interactions. So I actually do this instead. I don't know. I say one thing and I do the complete opposite. So there we go. I think that's what we'll do. We'll have like a 1 page here, like a small thin panel of just showing them reappearing. Also, I need to lock this text layer because it's bothering me. Grr. Text layers. Yeah. We have saying like, even like when I'm like just talking about like comic work and just talking shop as it were, it's like the energy's night and day. Holy. We were just tired. I don't know. Also, 1 p.m. is like a weird starting time for me because it's like when I wake up, it varies. And so 1 p.m. and some days it's like I wake up and it's like, okay, cool, I can start doing comics now. And then other times it's like, frick, I haven't even eaten anything yet. You know what I mean? So that's kind of that. But yeah. I don't know though. I think like a nice little break's been good though. You can, you know what? You can't go working every single day of your life. You gotta take some breaks every now and then. I say, and then I use that as a way to justify taking more breaks. Ugh. Or just taking an unhealthy amount of breaks or something. But yeah. Let's see. The thing I was mentioning earlier with the schedule, I think I'm thinking of next 2 weeks I want to start the Nuzlocke. So I think technically I was like, I'll do the Nuzlocke. What was it? Last year was a Monday, right? I was like, did I say Tuesday? Did I really say hold up? Am I on something? I don't know. I think I said Tuesday because I think I was planning on doing a full like 5 days of streaming in a row, which is that was my initial schedule, and that's not with what the information I've gleaned now, that's not really doable. So yeah, that's out of the picture. But I'm gonna redo it. I don't know. Nuzlocke maybe. I'm thinking next 2 weeks. I'm still sort of deciding on a couple of different factors, and one of the big things that's kind of like altering my decisions right now is Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. Anyone else like super excited for that game? Like, because that's holy. Like, I'm thinking like it's honestly, I'm not gonna lie. There's like so many games that are like, that come out now. I'm like, oh yeah, I'd be, like I could see myself playing this, or maybe I'll play it, or maybe not. But I think Tomodachi Life is gonna be one of the rare times where it's like a new game comes out, like a genuinely new game, right? Not like a remake or something. That I'm interested in playing, that I think is a good game for me and what I want to do to stream in the first place, and is also relatively popular, I think. So it's like I'm only gonna get the one. I mean, let me see. Hold up. There's gonna be. I think I have a list of games that I was thinking of streaming. So this is my idea, right? Like, because I want to do. Let's see. Where's the titles? No, schedule ideas. There we go. Here's a list. I haven't really confirmed anything, but here's just some stuff I was thinking of just to get the vibe. Wildermyth, Miitopia, like a Pokemon Nuzlocke, Baldur's Gate 3. I have a couple ideas for that one. Solasta in the same vein. Tomodachi Life. Maybe Death Road to Canada. Question mark? I don't know. But those are the sort of games, you know what I'm saying? Like the very much games that have mechanics that allow for emergent narratives within them. That's my vibe. That's what I love. But also, that's just what I make videos on because that's because holy, those are, I think those are peak. I think those are so peak. Uh my brother got me a couple years ago, got me onto the Minecraft Civilization video thing. Not like a what was a parkour civilization, but more of like the ish style multiplayer civilization videos. I think they're, you know, I don't really play Minecraft, but I think they're very very cool, and I love the stories that come out of them. I think stuff like that in that vein, but not necessarily exactly that. There's a couple other examples I can think of, but I'm not gonna list them right now because I also focus on drawing. But stuff like that is kind of my bread and butter. That's my jam. Else. Also, frick. Maybe I can the one of the reasons I'm doing this is so I don't have to draw this backpack so often. You know, like less panels for this guy and just have him show up in one. I might just even like do like sneaky camera angles to get this guy's backpack to not show up, because I don't know if you're new or not aware. I hate drawing this guy's backpack. I had it in my my reference image for him, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll add it to him for now, and just a bunch of unnecessary clutter and junk because that's kind of his vibe, for reasons that you'll see within this part. So I'm very excited to get to drawing those. But holy, it is pain to draw them all the time. You know what I mean? When you're like, oh, I'm just gonna be cute. I'm just gonna be there's a little artist moment where I want to make something look nice, and then no, the decision makes you suffer in pain, in agony, because now you're committed to it. I really could have just not included it because it's in the reference part that no one really needs to see, or I could just edit. But no, I've never done the work. You know, it's like sunk cost fallacy. Like today I went out to get lunch, right? And my weather app on my phone doesn't update until I like open the app specifically. So the widget will say like something and then it'll say something else. So I thought it was like 13 degrees, when in reality it's like 1 degree outside. So I just went out in like a very light hoodie and all that, and I was like, wait a second, hold up, something's not right here. But I already left. You know, it's like I'm already committed to leaving. I can't back out now, so I just walked out in like the freezing winds, the Arctic tundras for like 15 minutes. That'd be really cool to have like this guy's like hand like start smoking. It's like this thing ends. So we're going to add that. Unless you're that's a terrible E. But any goats, any game dev goats see this and be like, wait a second. I'm aware of that acronym. You would be, you know, like frick. Unity, prefabs, it's all coming together. Particle systems, oh boy. Oh, I freaking hate drawing weird caps. Anyways, the thing is, does anyone actually like do a lot of game dev? Because holy, it's tougher than you'd think. It also takes way more time. And also one of the problems with game dev is that whenever you bring it up to anyone, they have no clue how most of it works. So they just say things that it's like completely and utterly, you know, just off. And it's like, well, that's not really how the whole thing actually is, and it really wouldn't fly in like an actual studio, but then you have to just sit there and be like, yeah, wow, I do think that idea is crazy. Oh wow, yeah, why don't they do it like this? Because you get tired of explaining things after a while. But it's just me. It's my little mini rant for today. Actually, I probably have a couple more. I'm not gonna lie. It's only been like 20 minutes. Holy. Again, 20 minutes of this. It's like 40 minutes of the last stream. Oh, I feel so bad. But also, apparently, that was the thing I have to account for. I might not do those like animation Boulevard streams because I think that those are not super conducive to streaming. I think we'll see. I mean, maybe I'll do some more work on it, but then I think with animation, at least okay, specifically with the animation that I've been doing, so maybe someone else who's like streams animation regularly, they can attest differently to this. But boiling line animation, holy, is a lot of redrawing. I don't think redrawing is very entertaining. I think. I mean, maybe I'm wrong in this. Maybe someone's like, wow, I really love that stream. In which case, good for you. But also, at least in my mind, it's not really that much so. But I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, as is often, I'm not always correct. I'm only 95% of the time correct. 5% chances do happen. I mean, hey, that's like what? That's like a nat 1, like a D20. Plausible. But yeah. Oh, these are really small, actually. I think it's fine. Break have to figure out how the. No, it's fine actually. I was like figuring out where the places of all the characters are gonna be, but it's really not that bad. Only the heights. I draw characters like individually, and when I like add them together for like a height comparison, it like actually throws me off all the time because sometimes I like make them a lot bigger or smaller just because to fit the piece. It's like frick. But also at the same time, if you're drawing like a 4096 by 4096 canvas, I mean, if you're drawing a small character, it feels like a waste, right? Like you might as well use the canvas. Like, what are you doing? That's what the canvas is for. So yeah, I don't know. But maybe that's just me. Maybe not. There's always like resizing and stuff like that, but like, you know. Do something like that. There we go. A little. Oh, it's. I think this is gonna be the first time I draw the actual like main characters on stream, which feels weird considering again it's been 1 week. Break. I need to learn. I don't know how to sing. I feel like that's like something that for a lot of people doesn't really come up that often. But it'd be nice to have the ability to sing. Because otherwise, if you're like, oh, I'm gonna start up. Actually, no. I was gonna bring up the one example where it would not be. I was gonna say for karaoke, but karaoke specifically is more fun when everyone just cannot sing. You know what I mean? Like if you're in karaoke and then someone can actually sing and they're like actually doing very well, you're like, well, the vibe is off. You know, something's changed. But if you're in karaoke and everyone sings like awfully, they're like, baby, ah, like that, then you're chilling. You're having a good time. And I don't think it's tough because I think I have like a deeper voice, so it's like it's hard to hit like high notes and stuff like that. I don't know, there's a term for it or something, but also, freaking my ability to breathe has been severely impacted from when I was born, so I'm getting cooked. I'm getting cooked in that department. It's not really my fault. It might be, but it might not be. So I don't know. As a kid, I used to have like crazy, like we're talking like freaking hours long nosebleeds. So they're like, what the heck are we gonna do about it? Ah, yes, we're gonna singe this guy's nose. Yeah, I don't know if singe is the right term necessarily, but it's like, they like burnt the inside of it just to like seal it together. Which I don't know if it worked, because like to this day, not to this day, but mostly as like a teenager and as a kid and teenager, I'd have like random like nosebleeds out of nowhere. But even to this day, sometimes I'll have those. But just to a lower degree of frequency. But as a result of that, I mean, I can't breathe through my nose. It's tough. Like, I mean, I can, but it's like attempting to drink the ocean by like with like a single straw. Like, you're not getting anything like through that. So yeah, it's bad. So we have to maybe a different pose is good for this guy. What's we talking about? Kind of like that. I feel like he does this pose very often though. It's like he's like, it's like, oh, yeah, the arms wide open, the arms outstretched. Or maybe it could be like, you know what I'm saying, like the shocked, like, you mean like this, like gasp. Or maybe he'd do, maybe do something like this. I don't know. So I can't really sing that much, anyways, unfortunately. But maybe I'll maybe there's some sort of like vocal coaching or something that I can do to help improve it. Again, I don't know what I use it for, but you just need to have. I can do this. And we have a little I guess this is the first time that I've shown these characters off. First time I've drawn these characters. It's the first time that you know who any of these people are. Again, unless you go read the comic itself. Here's a plug. No. So this is Neil, the one I'm currently drawing right now. He's the mage, and he's Brandon's quote unquote best friend. I've been like back and forth on what I want their exact dynamic to be for a while. So I use quote unquote best friend, but you'll see a bit more of it as it kind of unfolds. So yeah, they have a connection that way. And then I'm not gonna lie, it's very difficult to try to make this chapter without like, because a lot of the conceit is like expanding upon the world, and I want to introduce characters from each of these that relate to each of the main cast's backstory. But it's very difficult to do that when you're making a comic series, and it's like, okay, we're gonna introduce like these characters now, but then the overall, like, you can say quote unquote runtime of the comic doesn't really allow for you to spread it out over multiple chapters, because I did multiple revisions and rewrites to condense the comic down, so they all kind of show up here, and it makes it feel like this is the chapter where it's like, I know you, I'm from your backstory, which I tried to like mitigate the most of, but I don't know. It is what it is. Listen, maybe I don't think I will, but maybe one day if I'm finished this comic and I'm like, okay, cool, I want to rewrite it, I'll do that and try to figure out a way to redo it. But let's do that. Maybe I'll shrink this down even more. I don't know if I really want to, but these guys are huge in comparison. But you know what I'm saying, like shrink it down even more so that the rest of the characters can fit in. There's a lot. Also, the one thing I didn't really anticipate with making a fantasy comic is that, holy, if you have a party of characters, you have to draw, like, you're committed to draw the party for a lot of the time. So you have to draw a lot of characters, which, I mean, I love drawing characters, but also at the same time, sometimes it would be great to draw less characters, almost, huh? Well, isn't that ideal? Taking less time of pages to draw less characters. And then we'll do something like this. Yeah? Yeah. Anyway, so that's Neil. This is Otto. I think I would have you would have probably seen Otto and Carrie a little bit through. Why am I drawing her hair wrong? It's I feel like sometimes I like draw stuff like inconsistently compared to like some of the other times I draw them, and it's like frick, it's difficult. I need a reference, but also at the same time, like I should know this stuff. They're my character. What am I doing? There we go. Something like that. This is, by the way, this Carrie's hairstyle. I think I'll just pull up an image of it just so you could see it more clearly as I'm drawing through these characters. Let's see. These are the main cast as I drew them maybe a couple of years ago now. So like some of the art style is a little inconsistent with what I draw right now. This hairstyle, like these are sort of like bangs that go like this, used to be how I drew basically every I'm maybe not every character's hair, but like I had like a thing where I draw characters' hair like that or like that or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be very clear like styles of bangs that I use, which I've been trying to get away from in more recent times, but yeah. So she's like the last inheritor of that, I'd say. Maybe not. Maybe that's a lie. Maybe one day I'll make an air character with these sort of style of bangs, but maybe not. We'll see. Right, probably something like that. So yeah, that's Otto. He's the rogue. It's Carrie, the bard. We gotta draw. Is it the thing? Here's the problem, right? Like, making names, it's like, okay, well, I have an idea how this name is spelt. Not sure how it's pronounced, right? Like sometimes, I mean, sometimes it's not obvious, but this time, like, Dana or Donna. I was thinking of it like Donna. But some people say it's like they hear it and they think Dana. I'm like, that's fair. Maybe it's just because I like when I say it sounds a little more British or something, but this is the fighter. It's spelled Dana, so if anyone has like a conclusive like, oh, it's pronounced this way, then I don't know, again, people yell at me about it, but it's maybe it's just Schrodinger's name, you know. It's like unless there's like an adaptation where it's like they have to pronounce a name for a reason on the print comic, yeah, whatever it's pronounced. I hate drawing your hair. Also, I think maybe this lineup's a little too cheesy, a little too flat. So maybe like I might do it just makes it easier. It's also, I guess, more okay because like it's like you see this, so it's like flattened anyways. Yeah. Make it a little larger. You know, put her in the like the pseudo foreground, even though she's not actually in the foreground. Just put her in front of some other characters. Right. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I feel like as well. I go on like wild tangents, and I'm like, okay. Anyways, back to the thing I brought up like 20 minutes ago. But then, anyways, going back to the thing I was talking about 20 minutes ago. One of the things impacting my schedule, or like really impacting what I want to do, is Tomodachi Life. Right? I was saying it's one of the rare games that intersect between holy, it's popular, but also holy, I'd really want to play this, and this is something like that I think would be good to play. I'm struggling with the theorem on the hooked. Like why? Because I'm assuming a lot of people are gonna play it, but it's like I don't know. What's the what sets it apart? What do we want to do? So I know I don't know, maybe some sort of like I want to say challenge run or something, because a challenge run of Tomodachi Life is like it sounds like it's a strange enough concept on its own. Maybe there is. I think I saw like a speed run for the game of like how quickly can you get people married. It's like 7 minutes or something. At least on the 3DS version. So maybe it could be something, not a speed run, but something else. There's also, I believe, was it? It's like the one, like the Vine Sauce Tomodachi Life series. At the end, they do like a Survivor thing, which I don't think I've ever seen. I think I've maybe seen like one episode of Survivor for like some sort of class assignment. I know the format through Total Drama Island, the GOAT, I suppose. So maybe something like that, like a voting elimination thing, could be interesting. I don't know, something. I think there's maybe like you know what I'm saying, there needs to be like an end game. I think reality TV could be like a version of that, like where there's some sort of ultimate goal, but who knows? Now I have to actually figure out how the panel to compose this panel here. Maybe like so this is where we'll do our actual like foreground composition. We'll freaking put in all the stops here, and then the second one, or maybe not all the stops, because we did screw backgrounds. I say, I don't know. I say that, but it's good. It's good to do them. But saying like this is the of auto here. Carry here. Something like that. And Neil is gonna be looking here. Also, another reason why you want to draw all your characters in like an actual turnaround and stuff. Freaking this guy's the back of this guy's head it eludes me of how to draw him every single time. I was just kind of feel it out. I'm like, well, it feels like it should be this, so I'll do that, and then yeah, it's done. I'll put Donna. Again, Schrodinger's pronunciation here. Something like that? Yeah. Again, it's been a while since we've seen them. But we don't need to see them, like, enter, if that makes sense, I think. We can just see them talk, or just we could just see them, like, sort of enter this way. We don't need to see them on screen, like, walk up to them. I think that's something we get better with in comics in general, is, like, sort of cutting between moments and then letting that sort of implication kind of do its own thing, right? Instead of having to draw every single thing that happens. Which I'm not saying I do it currently, it's just something, sometimes it works out like that. This guy's hair shorter or something. And I gotta figure out how the speech bubbles will work out for this, but hey, we're getting there. It's like I get a sip of this. My avatar bobbed for like a second, so like I don't know, maybe a little bit of that was audible. Whoop. Also, I think I'm gonna be trying to. I'll try out the Master 3S in terms of mic, just to make it so that the clicks aren't as loud. I'll tell you when that's done, but hopefully by the start of next stream, the the Nuzlocke stream, you know, which I don't know. What maybe there's like a good name for it that someone has, but like, or maybe I'll figure it out. I was thinking Spirit Lock potentially. I have friend as like a as like a kind of like a title for it, or like a working title, but the problem with that is the SEO on friend and then Nuzlocke is not great. At least for like a different series. Like there's the friend lock, which is a completely different thing. And there's that. So I don't know. So maybe figure out, but I don't know. I think it'd be good to do it. I'm a little concerned that or my hope is that the two disparate, you know, art and video game aspects of the streaming channel can coexist peacefully. But we'll see. Something like this there, yeah. Which is also something I've been thinking about for like a main channel as well. It's like, oh, do you it's like, oh, what's the if you make stuff, or like if you make like actual like stories and productions and stuff, what's the vibe? Do they match all that, like like what compared to like something that's like edited down forms like streaming or whatever? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe we'll see. We'll test a couple things. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Which is, hey, what we're doing on the stream schedule. And look at that. I already feel like is a lot nicer on my end than in the last time I tried it. But you know, and hey, maybe, you know, if it doesn't turn out to be that way, oh well. You know, I had a good run. I had a good 1 week. It's been 1 week since I started streaming, so maybe I'll just be like, yep, I'm satisfied with all that. Let's see. Oh frick! Oh no! All the text bubbles. Yeah, so we definitely want this as like a second, not a second, like an actual like line. And then we want these, or this here. That, there we go. Yeah. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Have to figure out how to actually do these. But the placements, I guess the placements do matter. I mean, we all saw the fire. We all know about the flame incident. We all know what happens when you're like, oh, I'll figure it out later. Oh, and then change a page or a panel composition, and then have to redo your text bubble placement. We all know how that turned out, but I mean, surely it can't happen again. Surely the same issue won't happen twice. What are the odds of that? Who could say? I get some water. There we go. I'm trying to figure out what the meta is for setting stuff down on my desk, as it doesn't like cause like a complete disturbance in my mic, like just completely rumbling down. Because unfortunately, I'm stuck with a desk mic. It's my current setup, my current location is not really conducive to you know, studio quality recordings, unfortunately. But one day I'll rise above. Unfortunately, for now I have to figure out how to how to make this Blue Yeti mic work. The mic that could. I'm also experimenting with joke video VOD text as well. So I was thinking, if I ever do get a new mic, I'd title the stream like Johnny tests little brother mic test. or something like that. But I don't know. We'll see. If it turns out well, it turns out well. If it doesn't turn out well, oops, oopsie. That's how it goes. Yay. So where's the reward? There we go. Do this. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so we'll do these texts here. It's part of the actual main thing. Okay, and now it's actually so previously this is on 35% opacity. So previously I do a thing where if a text is in the background, I change the color to be gray instead of black. So I have to change the color back to be black instead of gray. Whoopee! Let's go. Can I do that here from this method? No, I have to. Maybe I can. I don't know. It's a strange thing, editing text in Clip Studio. It's a magic. It's a dark art rather than any sort of science or known methodology. Stretch that out. There we go. Although I will say, maybe there's like a way to do it without having the issue, but again, Clip Studio. Again, Clip Studio, make a way to set a text box location and then just make it autofill within that. Like, please, I don't want to manually put in enter, line breaks every single time. Also, this is probably doesn't need to be. I'm trying my best to cover up the burps on stream from the from the ginger ale, but I don't think that's something that people want to hear, but I don't know. Maybe one day. That's my hard pivot. I'll pivot into a grotesque a grotesque sounds ASMR channel. Like, hey guys, and insert a burp, instead of flatulence, insert again slimes. I don't know. Actually, that's a thing, right? Like slime ASMR channels. I don't really listen to ASMR. I just listen to too much music. I'm on the music train, unfortunately. Well, not really, unfortunately for my listening, because I think that's cool, but unfortunately for my bank account, because freaking Spotify is like $500 a month. Like, please, I need just a little bit less. Just a little bit less of a cost would be great. Thank you very much, please. Thank you. I don't know. Like this, and then you see the stuff. You see stuff here. It's like the bubble. It's thick because I scaled it up. Well, this one is like the same size because I didn't do that. It's not how it should look. The bubbles cannot be this thick. Preposterous. Why I say imposterous? It's imposterous. I got a mogus on the brain. Probably something like background text. Oh frick! I have to worry about. Also, have to sometimes I change the font size on some of these for foreground versus background. Like this is 12. I think this is 12. This is 10. Yeah. Oh, and then if you change the size like through just without editing the text itself, you'll change out the relative placement of the text box within the text bubble, and that's no good. Something like that. Something like that. Although this is a long, I don't think I've done a lot of like long core like tall pages of dialogue. in a while. I used to do them in chapter 1, but even then I was like, I don't know, I don't really like using this too often. There's let's see. It was this page that has a little bit of it. So like just like all the way down, straight down. And then there was not exactly the same. It's like this. Like 2 rows, but I feel like this is a different style. This is like there's like a different comedic effect here that's happening. So yeah, not too often where it's just like one image and just leading down to it, but yeah. Do not save. Please do not save. Yeah, and then you can see the text here. This is tiny, little baby text, little goo gaga. When the text is acting poorly. Oh, grow up. There we go. See, look at that. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. But also, holy, we're back on Friday. We're so back. It's so nice. The weekend has arrived. We've made it. Also, at the same time, though, actually that's something I want to mention as well. In addition to sort of like adjusting my my schedules, I don't think I'll be doing weekend streams anymore. Not because I'm against them inherently. It's just the a lot of the friends and family that have different schedules than I do. They're free on weekends, so it's very. I don't want to do like a weekend stream and then turns out whoopsie daisy. I don't get to actually like hang out with a bunch of people in my life. So no weekend streams for the foreseeable future. But weekday streams, now that's open. Meat's back on the menu, boys. Also, doing consecutive streams, I think 3 consecutive streams is maybe a bit much. But also I think it's like good to have it like I don't know. Something I've been kind of thinking about is like doing consecutive streams for something that's like, oh hey, I want to start a comic page, and then I'll just do streams of that, and then after the streams, the stream, I want to say like series, but after all those streams are done, it's basically like, well, okay, I'm done the page, and I can just move on, right? But if I do like multiple different days, then it's like, well, that was like gaps. Now it's like, well, okay, what happened the last time? What happened all this time I was gone? Also, like, I try to do streams outside of. I'll keep this here for reference of what I should do. I try to do streams outside. I try to do work outside of streams for the pages, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. And it's like, um, doing streams of the comic will make me focus on actually doing the comic. Again, like I was saying, I tend to have this sort of like brain that's like, well, if I'm like, it's rotating to different things all the time, and at least here I could like kind of sort of coerce it into rotate to a different topic of like conversation. But if I'm just drawing alone by myself, then I'll just open up a different like fully. I wouldn't be able to focus on this. I mean, even right now, I haven't been really focusing that much, but like, I'd be just like going to YouTube, looking at like a video to put in the background, and then getting distracted by the video up on the background, and then making like no progress on it. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe that's like a classic chronicled me issue. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Frank. I hate it when Clip Studio uses it because it's this is now attached to the side of the speech bubble. It's like, well, if I want to paste this here, it's like, well, actually, we'll do the relative placement, and then it's just cooked. It's utter the placement is utterly, ugh. Who wants that? Then we'll do this. As does the Do something like that. I want to have some more character. No, I said characters. Wow, wow. Did I like to have a character? Yeah. How unoriginal. With a character, daring today, aren't we? No, I like to have a cameo characters because I do have. Holy, do I have cameo characters lined up for this? Or I mean, drawing them is also like a fun bit too. Because like sometimes I'll just do a bunch of cameo stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, I could really actually imagine them like on their own like adventure story. Because that's kind of like a vibe that I want to capture accurately. Like, um, it sounds weird, but one of the inspirations I had for the series was kind of like superhero shows, if that makes sense. Where the you follow the exploits of the superheroes, but you get invested into the interpersonal dynamics between their characters and their own personal lives. So it's sort of like the vibe of like that's kind of like like what you want in like a fantasy adventuring part, right? You want to like be like, oh, these characters, you know, I want to follow them along for their actual adventures and stuff what they do. But I think some of the really important parts are like the down times, the moments in between, the sort of like interactions of those characters. And something they do in superhero shows as well, which I think they do in fantasy, but I think again this is keeping up with the superhero analogy, is that it really feels like in a lot of the good ones that there's like, well, I say the good ones, Spectacular Spider-Man's a go, it doesn't really do it too much. But it feels like there's um like more to the world than what's happening currently. Which is you know stuff like, oh, they're in relating to this term is like, oh, there's like other adventures that are going on through their own quests and other things, and this is just sort of uh a small part that kind of like feeds into that. Like, I don't know, feeds into that. It's just a small part of the world that's like super, you know, like localized, and you're getting like just a glimpse into what one possible story is. Which is something that I think is really interesting from world building perspective. The words, and so, to do that, you have to actually add in what looks to be real, like more characters, just doing other things to the background or other mentions of things. So that's something I want to really do. Um, something like this, or maybe he's still like. Maybe he's still like this. Yeah. He doesn't. Ooh. Maybe he doesn't rotate positions because he's too cool. He's like a rogue. He's like the too cool for school rogue. You know what I mean? Like, I can't be bothered to have friends. I must be an edgy loner. I'll probably go into that at some other point. I want to do like a full on deep dive video or book or something about how I like the process of making the story is. Just because frick, there's so much stuff that goes into stories that like you craft over like multiple years. It's like, oh frick, there's so much stuff that was like cut or unexplored or just changed, which I think is interesting. Not even just for only this, but like other things as well. It's like, well, I think I find that the process of how something is made is incredibly intriguing in its own rights, especially like if it's someone kind of like discovering how they're making it as well, like how, like, sure, because sure you can have like an executed plan, like a plan, and you can execute on that, but usually things don't go according to plan, and that's just how it works. Works out, and if they do go according to plan perfectly, then it's like it's either a miracle or there's something wrong with the process. I say as someone when thing I say as someone who has their plans foiled by a bunch of random stuff all the time. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's something out there that's like, actually no, everything goes perfectly for me. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'd love to go talk about all the other stuff that these characters sort of like the things that go into these, and then why they are what they are. But this guy, he's like a he's like a rogue, but he's very he's very like the classic, oh, you know, go it alone, edgy, sort of not that edgy, but just sort of like, you know, like a lone wolf type beat of rogue. And I think he is. It's one of those things where it's like he. It's not that he learns that he has friends. I think a lot of stories do this where they're like, they'll have a group of disparate people and then they suddenly become better because they have friends. And I think while, you know, found family and, you know, friendship vibes are really nice to have, and I think they're like, I love them in media. I think having characters reflect on their own personal situations and struggles and what they're going through, and then having them their own internal change and ideology, or having their beliefs being altered, is more of a concrete writing route that actually feels more cathartic, I think. Because then it's less of like, oh, now I didn't have friends, now I have friends, now everything's good. It's like, oh, I had friends who made me realize that blank is true about my life, and then now I've undergone a wild, you know, like change in theory and thinking, and also I have friends. So I don't know. I mean, that's another. How the freak did I cross this guy's arms? Freaking continuity. Continuity. Other way around. Yeah, I figured it was the other way around. It's like, this is too easy. This is something's off about this. But yeah, that's sort of my thoughts on that. Something like that, and I'll fix up the arm cross. Crossing arms is like one of those things I was like found that's like, that's lethal. That's like, it's difficult to do, or at least draw. You know what I mean? At least draw to a consistent degree. I think I had it like at some point, and then I kind of lost it. I definitely don't think this is it should be more like this. That's when happens when you draw on like autopilot, right? Like you just kind of like do the things that you naturally do. Yeah. Sorry, I had like you know what happens when you like go to like a conversational topic, and then you go to like a different topic, and you go to like a different topic, and you're like, wait a second, I have stuff that I want to say before. I kind of forgot. I think one of them actually, yeah. So yeah, it's supposed to be this way. Um, right. It was cameos. I have a billion cameos for this series because of a bunch of different reasons. I'm trying to like close the lid on this bottle like very intricately, and I don't know why, because I'm just gonna open it up back up to get our drink soon. Freak. No, but cameos are cool. I think I have a bunch of them because of just, you know, just working on the world building and other projects within it, you know, for a while, and as a result, holy, I have so many cool character designs I just want to show off one day. But I mean, I don't know if they'll ever show up in the comic like that. You know what I mean? Like actually, maybe I'll show off one off. I don't know. I have a couple. I don't know if I'll ever fix these up, because I don't think I ever need to. But I have a couple characters that cameo in other places in the comic, and I do have like, not really refs for them, but kind of just like you know, like sketches of them for before they show up, or no, before. So yeah, so these ones I drew in the comic, and I drew these after, as just to like sketch them out, just to kind of get like an idea for like the heights and stuff. So these three actually show up in like the very beginning of the series, and they're all based on like other things. Like this is a whole animated series I had ideas for before. this is a character, like it was like a main character, not gonna make it at least like a sort of like a side antagonist or something. And then this, I think this is one that was sort of like a side supporting character. And then I made some other ones for things I made after the fact, or stuff that's like being planned now, which has like dramatically increased in quality since I actually needed to like get an idea what they look like. So I guess spoilers, but like I don't know, it's just spoilers for cameos or what they look like. So obviously we've seen her. We still have a couple other characters that are kind of based on older characters that are. I was like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna include. What is that? I love them. I love it so much. The problem is, again, it's difficult when you've only got so much comic state to work with instead of terms of space, and also continuity exists. So yeah, let's increase the size here. I'm complaining about how difficult it is to put cameo characters in, but the one that I'm reducing the space in which I could put them in. Oh, the misery. Something like that. Something like that. I need to figure out what this this whole segment is. Hello, Anish. How's it going? Hello, hello. We're back at Friday. We're so back. There we go. Like, I stretching again like a billion cracks in my body like an old man. But hello, how you doing? I was talking a bit earlier about how I was 4 days. It turns out when you're just starting out and have no real I guess experience in it, 4 days of 4-hour streams in a row cooked me. I was looking back at the VODs. I'm like, freaking, I'm so tired. I sound so tired by the end of it compared to when I started. I'm like, wow, frick. Really speed running, just the burnout was not actually, yeah. So I'm gonna change up to like 3-hour streams or something, and then I was changing up the schedule a bit. And also I might do. I was debating on it. I think probably next week is probably gonna be games and stuff. So I don't think I'll do, because I want to get like a Nuzlocke done, I think, and then I'll probably get that, just sort of focus on that for a while until that's done, and then come back to art. Yeah, streaming's tiring. Yeah, exactly. It's tough. It's so tough. It's so tough when you don't, because like as someone who doesn't do it, you're just hearing that it's like, oh, so you're just playing games and talking for a couple hours. How bad could it be? And then you do it. It's like, wait a second, hold up. This is actually more work. It's actually more difficult being an entertainer than is previously thought it would be. Yeah. I'm doing good. I'm too good at English according to my teachers. Oh, that's perfect. That's incredible. Good to see it. I mean, you gotta flex on them. You gotta like, if you're like too good at English, you gotta like prove that you got the skills to pay the bills proverbially, and then just absolutely style and everyone else starting, I don't know, whatever assignments you got. I've had to take naps during streams. Interesting. I mean, I don't know, like, are you like a quick napper? Because I feel like napping is one of those things that's like varies for everybody. And if you take a nap during a stream and your typical naps are like 2 hours, it's maybe that's like maybe that's when you pivot to the sleep streamer, like you're just like, oh, I'm well, they have like a 24 set, not like a 24/7. It's like a I'm just sleeping activity now or something. You just put that on and you try to figure out how to become entertaining through your honk shoes and your memes. I don't know. That's wild though. Yeah, the assignment was about like writing an essay about technology stuff and to be as long as possible. I think that's a challenge. Oh frick. Those like as long as possible. I feel like those ones are very like they're really, you really could spin your wheels in the English language for as long as possible if you really wanted to. Like you really could extend a sentence and keep it like a run on of a bunch of different connecting statements and commas and all that. Or you could do, like you have your phone and you do it's like the button in the middle of like the auto corrected, or not auto corrected, it's like suggested words, and you just keep tapping that, and it's like hello, like, and yes, and and like it was, and like, yeah. I used to be able to sleep for like 15 minutes, and I can't take a nap shorter than like an hour. There, yeah, exactly. Like, oh, okay. I say exactly, but I've never been able to have that. I never had that 15-minute nap power. So I mean, you've already got like a one up on me over that. Or maybe it's not one up, because it's like if I never had it, then for me it's like, well, I've never had it. But if you've had it and you've lost it, it's like, oh, what I once lost, this ability. It's unfortunate. I mean, I don't know. I literally took like a 2 hour nap yesterday because I was tired at like 3:30 or something like that. I woke up like 5:30. I'm like, well, where does the day go? There's no time left today. What's all the time to do anything? So I know you get cooked. So I don't know. But then the problem is, it's like waking up after napping. You're like, well, I'm still tired. I'm still sleepy. I was texting my friends, and they're like, oh, you ready for nap too? I'm like, honestly, I am. I'm so ready for nap too. Love the suggested words. Hello, I'm your neighbor is a good boss song, and I love Ed got into that. Honestly, real. I think as a kid, that's like one of the things I love. I did a bit where it's like just randomly, like when I'm bored, you just open up like a text document, or like not like a text document, you like open like I guess like Discord or something, so equivalent, and then just type random, just keep typing. Just keep pressing the button and seeing what it comes out with, and eventually it gets into the loop of like 3 words, and it was like, and then it, and then after, and then after, and then after, and then after, or like, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And it's like, wow, this is it's come to an end. And you start up a new sentence. Yeah, I don't know. That's those. Holy frick. Draw like a not chippy style, but like a sort of chippy style, and it's like getting to me. Because I used to do a bunch of style changes in the comic, but not really that much anymore. So I'm trying to do it, but try also not do it. I don't know. It's neat. But yeah. Oh, I got I think I was mentioning, I think at some point before, it's like, oh, I saw these new like brushes on sale or whatever somewhere. I'm like, oh, maybe it's a treat. Maybe it's a little bit of a treat for me. I can buy them and try them out. So I did that last night as like sort of like an impulse whim, and it turned out to be quite a bit. But after I bought it, they sent an email to my email being like, hey, by the way, we're gonna give you a 20% off discount. And then freaking, I was like, oh, wow, that's great. If only I had that before I spent all my money on this. Yeah. And then freaking, I went to the homepage and found that you just get the code from signing up to their newsletter. So I cooked myself. It's actually, frick. Spending more money than I really need to. Because why not? By the way, my teachers really said something like, it's something you have to make short. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, why would they tell you that after they like make it as long as possible, right? They can make up their minds. Is it long or short? My brother had like an exam, not exam. It was like a test or something. Where it was like a careers thing. We had to list like different careers, and it gave him like a list of careers, and on it was like chef and cook, and he had basically described like talking about the whatever the test needed him to do. But then afterwards he got a mark deducted because according to the teacher, it was like chef and cook are too similar. But then he was like, oh, but you listed them on the list, like you said to pick from this list specifically. And the teacher was like, yeah, but well, you're smarter than that, and then deducted a mark. It's like, what the frick? I don't know. Yeah, there's no winning. You ever get a good teacher or whatever? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Again, the only way around is you have to become a teacher yourself. You have to perpetuate the vicious cycle. Reminds me of the time I got deducted points because it's too accurate. Frick. Yeah. Yeah, hate to see it. That's tough. I feel like that's like one of those things where it's like that you gotta be like, hey, what the heck, man? You gotta go up to them and be like, you gotta stand up for yourself. I mean, too accurate. What do you mean too accurate on this? Uh, I mean, what's the alternative, right? You just like say everything in like super vague sentences from now on. It's like, yes, and this was a thing, and this was a different thing. Yeah. And something may or may not have happened afterwards. And also, another thing happened with another character in person. If I put too many numbers nowhere in the question and say it to round up. Frick. No, that's actually like you know, you know what I'm saying? It's like one of those what fast food, you gotta go to them and be like, I asked for no pickles or whatever. It's like that. It's like it didn't say no rounding up. Honestly, like frick. No, but you were smarter than that, Enish. You should have known to round up even though it said not to round up. Or it didn't say not to round up, I suppose. The double negative. You should have been aware. No, but that stuff's crazy. That's what it is. I don't know. Well, let me get a drink. There we go. Again, I put the lid back on meticulously on the bottle, even though I know I'm gonna take another drink later, because I'm like paranoid about like spilling it and being like, oh no, and like just getting all over my keyboard. Which honestly, at this point, this keyboard's so decrepit and old that like I might as well like spill something onto it, because frick, it is like unresponsive and also super loud. So I might as well replace it for streaming as well. Now I'm thinking of the one teacher that rusted a saw on, or that rusted a saw on accident. I mean, like the wheel saws. Interesting. Yeah, got. I mean, that's tough. I feel like I mean, it may not for like stuff like shop, but I feel like there's like a lot of instances where there's like just like some random teacher that like is like put into like a subject that they don't really know or care about, so they're like, yeah, whatever, I'll just freaking do it because I might as well. So I don't know, maybe it's a situation like that. But if they're like the dedicated like tech or like shop teacher, then I mean, frick. Where's she in her head? I mean, there's some really bad ones out there. Yeah. Freaking, it's tough out there. It's tough. And then I don't know. I was gonna say, and then there's also like uni and like college professors, but then also at the same time, those are like freaking. It's like a different breed, you know. It's like in high school, it's like my math teacher, whatever, and then it's like in uni, it's like frick, they deducted me more. They didn't accept my assignment even though it was like only like a second late, or something like that. Like terrible stuff. He lowered almost everyone's numbers in here. A single person he got higher. Oof. Oof. Hey, sometimes you just gotta survive, right? Sometimes the objective is not to thrive, it's just to survive. Get out of there, get to the next course, or get to the next year. But also, I swear, like, there's like some people in education really just don't want, like, really has like the attitude of like they don't want to be there. I don't know. It's like you put all those like years into teaching and like teachers college and all that and all the other stuff, getting like your like license, and then now you're like, oh yes, let me just not do anything. I don't know. Years of burnout probably, but still. Yeah, no, the numbers between 4 and 10. The numbers between 4 and 10. Only 4 numbers. Huh. Hold on, maybe look at that. That's crazy. That's wild. We have too many numbers. Only whole numbers on this test. Hey. I mean, who uses decimal points in the current day? Oh, no way. No, I mean, a bunch of people do, but I mean, you wouldn't know it based on how some people Some people put in things. I swear there's some people out there that are like a fraction is the equivalent to like a decimal. I say that like it's like a like it's something that's like untrue, but I mean I don't know. Modern day literacy and education. It's tough. It's like going from a 90% to like a 75. Yikes. Yikes. Again, you just gotta survive. You just gotta get through it. You or that, or like launch a full-on campaign, formal complaint. You know, do like a us students, we shall rise, fight back against this one specific teacher, or I don't know, maybe it's like the rate my teacher or whatever that they have for profs. I just do that, use that system. Luckily, I was good enough not to make him learn my number. There we go. See, again, like I said, you're smart enough. You're too smart for your own good. Huh? You what was it? It's not skill issue. It's like the other thing. It's like diff. That's what I think like competitive players say all the time. It's like skill diff or something. I don't know. I know in like League they'd be like, oh, jungle diff now, which is not what they said when I was there. They'd just be like inting or whatever, report for troll. But I don't know. I don't think anyone actually says troll these days. Like if they're kid. Clear skill difference, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You gotta just run. Yeah, put that in like a resume or CV. It's like, oh yes, I did it, and under these tough conditions. Put under your skills. It's like, oh yes, I am the skill diff. And then your employer's like, wow, holy, yeah, all good. Freaking, I think about the perspective on this. Also, the sizes. I don't know. Like, this is like truncated. I know it's like chibi, but it's a little too chibi. You know what I mean? Oh, but then the head's too small. A balancing act is there. That's what it is. Let's see. Also, I don't know. Speaking of, I guess, going back to Tomodachi Life, the demo. I saw that the demo was out. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do work today. And then I saw the demo was out, and I'm like, frick, I cannot work today. I must play this demo. And I load in, and it's like, wow, I'm really having a great time. I'm enjoying it. I'm chilling. And then, oh look, a clothing shop opened up. Where and where? Oh boy. Time to put on these cute outfits, and wait a second. Why is my me like not saying anything? Why is it just talking about the retail version of the game? No. They went to the lobotomy center and never went back. It's so tragic. Oh, hello. Lush. You're talking about the Tomodachi Life demo that came out. I'm so hyped for that game. I don't know. I want to stream, but I don't know what the you know what I'm saying, like the hook is for that, because I feel like there's a billion people gonna be streaming it. But I don't know. I think it'd be fun. I love Miitopia as well. That one was peak. I've played Tomodachi Life on the 3DS, and that was a fun time. They really did like release it like just after freaking Pokopia though, which is like the cozy gamers, they're eating too well. I feel like they're having like all the games come out for them at the same time. It's they're struggling to stay out with it. But I mean, I don't know. I'd rather that than the not eating. If you're what is it, like a Pokemon mystery dungeon fan and not getting anything for like 50 years. then you understand. I feel like there's a civilian games like that. This one doesn't make sense, but a cozy game for me is Celeste. Honestly, any game is cozy. If the game, if you personally are like super like experienced or familiar with the game, I feel like any game can be really cozy as well. Cause like I think once you get into like the mood and the vibe, then you're just like, yeah, okay, cool, I'm chilling. And then you just, you know, for example, Celeste, you can just like platform and all that, and you just have a good time. I feel like Risk of Rain is like one of the equivalents for me, because it's just like you turn on artifact command, you click all the what the freaking the broken items that win you the run, and you just like hold down left click and you just see every monster die in front of you, and you're just like, yeah, this is yeah, this is gaming. Celestial, it does feel really good to play. Yeah, I gotta get on that. I don't know. I don't know when the last time I played like an actual platformer is though. I'll say that. I think it's been a while. Like I think I said before, I fell off the Mario train at some point. I just never went back to that. And then I think Shovel Knight's been like years. Years for Shovel Knight, because I don't know, for some reason I just haven't played that in a while. I know there's a bunch of like DLCs and stuff that came out for the game, but also like I don't know. I've already enjoyed the main campaign. So I guess it's that. I don't know what else is there. Also, I don't know if I'd I mean, maybe I play it. I mean, I don't know. If not, I feel like I don't want to stream something else though. By the way, another cozy game I like is Balloons. Balloons, I feel that I think that one's very. I think I don't want to say like traditionally cozy, but it's like, yeah, you just get like a run going. You see like you place all your stuff down, and then you're like, ah, yes, let me just watch all these balloons explode. From that, very fun. I don't know. I mean, that's how that people rack up hundreds of hours in balloons, right? That's all you gotta do. And then you're out there with like the one thing you actually got like actively manage, like the banana farms, I think, or whatever it is. And then you're just like sweating like the freaking, again, the guy in the green screen background with bass boosted, just sweating profusely, having to like actually like click tap on all the things during runtime. Is also a fun challenge. Yeah, yeah. I think there's also there was like at least when I saw last, there's like challenge stuff in 6, like different there's like different bosses, but also like just different, like I won't say like daily runs and stuff, because maybe I might be wrong on that, but like something equivalent. Um, which is neat. I think it's a lot. It's a lot there. Oh, for a beginner, I mean, maybe too much. I don't want to say like for a beginner because I played like 4, but you know, like imagine if you're like no idea what any of this stuff is, and you're just like, oh yes, freaking there's like it's like what is it? It's like Heroes or something like that. Like they have a freaking special like towers that you place down and all that. It's a lot. Bosses are the hunt far or I can't speak. Bosses are the fun hard stuff for me. Yeah. I think the bosses are where it's at for that. But also sometimes you just want to go to classic and just, you know, pop a bunch of balloons just for fun. By the way, there's a map maker in balloons. I believe it. I mean, I feel like that'd be one of those things where having a map maker would be really, you know, it's pretty much free, right? Like why not have a map maker? I think there's a bunch of really weird maps when I last played though, and balloons that are really interesting. There's a Cubism, I think. We're playing on that one in multiplayer. MCU6. Cubism, I don't know, something like that. There's a yeah, Cubism. You can copy, paste this one. This is the one. There's some really weird ones you can make. It's it's funky. I'll give you that. And also it's like one of those things where it's like it twists around so much, which is yeah, it's just really interesting to play on. They kind of monetized the map maker. How like you gotta pay for each map that you make, or you gotta pay to access some other maps, or like how does that work out? Like I don't know. But I don't know. I mean, balloons is like $6. They gotta monetize something, I guess. And also, it's been out for a while, so I feel like everyone who'd want to buy something from it has already paid for it. But actually, no, they have a don't they have like an actual like currency in game now as well? You gotta pay for like cash or something. I guess they could just use that instead. Putting stuff behind a paywall, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the monkey money, yeah. I mean, don't say always. Not in 4. Not when you didn't need an account to play. No, I got you though. Yeah. I mean, the map thing, yeah, I guess. I don't know. It does kind of stink, but as long as it's not like ridiculously overpriced or anything, it should, yeah. I have too many hours in Blitz. Freaking. Hey, I mean, I remember it was like 1,600 or something you said last time. Maybe my memory fails me, but it was something like that. And that's like, yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. Hey, again, if you're enjoying it, if you're chilling with it, that's all good then. Yeah, like I said, cozy game, right? I feel like there's a lot of games like that kind of like you can just sort of like put on like a primary monitor and put something else on the second monitor, just sort of play. And that's like the real like hour, like the real way to rack up big hours on that. I used to do Path of Exile, just playing that like for like hours on end, and then just putting up like music or like a I don't know, like a YouTube video or something on the background, and then freaking that ballooned my my Steam hours on it because I just PvP on that like all day. Only that gives a drug. Freaking any like ARPG really is. Go around like just bursting up open all the loot pinatas and all that. Freaking good times. You know, I think like I'm looking at this. I need to reskill her a bit. Man, I don't know. You know, like that. I don't know. Scale's weird. Height's weird. I don't know. We ball. Also, I think Hades is also a pretty decent one. I think as well for that. Although not like too much. It's not as much as like something like Risk Arena or whatever. But like I don't know. I enjoy Hades. Freaking. They really. I don't know. I love Super Giant games. Specifically like Bastion I think as well because that was like my first one of their games. But I really enjoy Hades 1 and 2. I just thought of it because they freaking had the freaking a trailer for that for Xbox or whatever that came out, and the thumbnail is just with the main character and 2 like getting dressed and like wow they know their audience. Freaking okay. All right. Yeah, well, maybe like a point here could be good. Hold on, that's like. I don't know how often in real life you actually have to like point at someone though, like just like a full on like, huh? Just like a, you know what I mean? Like across the room. This is also strange. You know, he's saying he's kind of doing like this. Maybe like adjusting that more. Yeah. I think. I don't think ginger ale's it. I need to find like the perfect like stream drink. I had water the first time, but like water, like I don't know, the water that way that I had is very. You know what he's saying? You could drink water and you can really notice that the taste of it. There's something off, or there's some sort of like sort of specific chemical in there that's not that what you're expecting. Sort of like that happened. and then iced tea, and then the whole freaking I don't know caffeine era because I can't have caffeine anymore, old man. And then ginger ale is it tastes good, but I don't know if it's really doing it. So I don't know, maybe something else out there that's it's a good stream drink. Probably water, honestly. Just gotta get like a different water, but like I don't know, these days like water is like from what like a filter, huh? You want me to get like a new filter all the time? Or what? It's gonna be bottled, and they have to get like a bunch of microplastics or whatever they just had dump in there. No, thank you. Do y'all drink tap water there? I mean, personally, I don't really drink tap water that often. I mean, you can drink the tap water. Like it's not poisonous or anything, right? It just it depends on your tap. But there's you can get like a bottled water or a bottled water or bottled water. It's the the water bottles that come in like the huge like like 4 liter containers, or not even 4 liters, probably like 8 liter containers, something like that. Okay. So did you get those ones? I did like fly to Vancouver once, and then I was staying at a hotel. I was like, okay, I need to drink something, right? And then they had like in the hotel they had just like a random like glass of like a cup, and they had a note by the sink that was like, oh, feel free to drink their tap water. And I swear, probably some of the best water I've had. So maybe that's the plan. Maybe just import everything from Vancouver. Maybe just go live in Vancouver. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like potable tap water is like if you can drink it and you enjoy it. Hey, I mean you're living, you're chilling. It's when you're like your specific like tap doesn't taste good. It's like frick. What are you gonna do? Change out the pipes for that? No. Guess I'll suffer. I always hear that, and no way your water is bad. Yeah. Like I don't know. I swear, like maybe as well. There's like there's people out there that like really are really like super picky about it. Maybe I'm one of them. You know. Someone out there is like, I cannot have my water unless the pH is exactly at 6.8, the ideal, the ideal balance. I must have exactly this percentage concentration of sodium and chloride within it. Luckily, Finland was like the top 5 cleanest tap water. There we go. Nice. Is it? It's clean. Was it taste good? I'm assuming so. It's got to be, right? There we go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm assuming that people then they just don't buy like tap water, or not tap water. Sorry, they don't buy like bottled water over there. They're just like, oh, I got tap. Why do I pay for bottled? I guess also there's was it? There's like I we buy bottled to fill up with tap water. There we go. Exactly. Okay. Cool. So there we go. That's in the end, it's all tap water. Actually, I'll say that my I know my parents they started doing that. They get like a full on like a bottle for water, and when that runs out, they just fill with tap water because like we can't be bothered, to go refill it or whatever. Just freaking fill it with tap water and call it a day. But I don't know. They're like I guess to your earlier point where it's like, oh, the water is bad. Like I think I went on a trip to Fiji a couple years ago, and maybe this is different depending on where you go in Fiji, but like you're not supposed to drink the tap water. I believe. Again, my memory is a little hazy, but you should only drink bottled water, because if you drink any of the water from the taps as someone who's like just like visiting, like a tourist, then your insides are gonna have a good not a great time. The freaking went to like a Chinese restaurant while staying there, and then so there's some people that I was traveling with that drank like water, but the water was made from like ice, or the water had ice in it, and the ice was made from tap water. So just because of that, they got like incredibly sick, and like for the rest of the trip, they were just like maybe not projectile vomiting or that level, but you know what I'm saying, it was bad. Uh, by the way, in like Germany, the restrictions on tap water are stricter than bottled. Interesting. I think that's probably a good thing. I mean, I say that, I mean, not knowing the full on consequences of what I'm saying, but like tap water is probably more readily available to people. And like, I don't know, man. I mean, the bottled water just generally. I mean, first off, I mean, I'm saying this like I got to take tinfoil on my head, but no, generally there's like a bunch of like microplastics in there. But also, just really think about when's the last time bottled water tastes really good, right? The hell, man, they're known for water. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like we had well, I was staying in Fiji, we had just had bought like the Fiji branded water bottles, but like not we would exclusively have those, just not any of the actual, water from the taps. It's very different. It's a very different thing apparently. Yeah. But I don't know. Again, I hardly imagine anyone's like, oh, I love Dasani water. I'd prefer it over like I think I think it's my favorite form of water or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just based on where I am. But is what it is. I'm still trying to figure out the expressions and what's the. I think this is like for two panels. It's taking a long time to kind of thumbnail, honestly, or sketch. I'm trying to like, cause I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of figuring out the vibe of where it goes. It's going. More times I'm breathing through it. Yeah, it's comics. By the way, tap water in like a friend's house. Oh right, yeah, yeah. By the way, tap water in like a friend's house always tastes off. It does. It just there's something about it. But once you get used to you get used to your own place to tap water, and then you go there, and it's like, wait a second, this is the chemicals, they're off. The rust in the pipe's different than the one I'm used to. Which I mean could be a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. Maybe if your place is like actually is terrible tap water, then you're just chilling with your friends, but you're going there with like bringing like a whole, let me get my like 4 liter bottle of water just to refill, and like, cool, that's it, goodbye. I think it's gone bad. maybe yeah, I don't know. Hold on, maybe what else? I say all that, and I'm just talking about water, just drinking. I'm drinking just pop, and terrible. I don't know. Maybe maybe I'll try like a juice or something next time. Again, a smoothie could go crazy. It could also like not hit. I don't know. I think maybe selling of honey potentially. I think I forget where the source is for this to find it, but I know someone's talking about like what they use for singing. I think like drinks that they use to kind of like prevent their throat from getting damaged while doing singing for like it was like concerts or something like that, and then they'll just use something mixed with honey. I want to say green tea and honey, and then just drinking that. By the way, I've had water in like different countries, and it's not nice day. It's not night and day as people say. I guess depends on the country. Friggin', maybe not Fiji. Or like Fiji, maybe not Fiji tap, but yeah, again, it depends on the country as well. Also, like if it's in like something like somewhere in Europe or whatever, then like there's a lot of countries that are relatively like close by, I think. And so, I mean, I guess there's different ways that they process and handle their water, but it's like it's very still much like a lot of the sources are probably the same. Which I think, I don't know. I think that's a really interesting part about living in Europe. It's just like, frick, you just take like you could take like a 30-minute, like an hour train, and just be like a completely different country. Dang, it's cool. In like 5 countries, EU and Asia. Yeah, I mean maybe. I think, although I don't know, be like I don't know. I don't remember the last time I had water in Asia was. Probably been a while. I don't remember being particularly. I think you're right on that front though. Probably, I don't remember being like that like wildly different. Although maybe I might be. Maybe like these days they do something like they do something wild with their water, and it's like, whoa, you have to try this. I don't know. Maybe hold on, we flip this. We flip this, and then we suffer because the character has this very specific design that cannot be mere flipped. Or flip it back. Yeah, I mean, you could. What's stopping you from going on like a world tour, just trying out different, traveling to different countries and trying their foods and water, huh? What, money? As I tear up. Like, I used to have a company that used to pay for trips to different places as part of the company meetings and all that. Frick, I'm no longer with them, so that's tough. Dang, that was nice. Also, hospital water is different for no reason. There's something about it. There is something about it. I'll say I haven't had hospital water like in a hot minute, but like I know someone who like goes to the hospital like not that often, but like it's not like a strange occurrence for them to be uh you know be around there and they're having to go there. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have to ask them. I also know like a couple nurses as well, so I have to ask for their opinion on that on those. But I mean, yeah, unless I don't know, unless you're like bringing in other stuff with you, it's like, well, it's got to be good, right? Because imagine like, yeah, probably because it's a water cooler. Yeah, scary. They cool their water. They do what? Unknown. I've never seen before technology. Gosh, because of Deltarune. Oh, frick. Oh, I have to play. I have to play Deltarune. I don't know. I don't know when I would. I just know I have to at some point. There's so many games I didn't play like that, but unfortunately, frick. Again, that's what I'm saying. Wait, just like I said before, just wait until it's all released and it's like, wow, it's like a new game, and that's all it's all come out. So I mean, catch me in, I don't know, whenever the game's finished releasing. You gotta make me references to it. Yeah, sure. I'll just let them fly over my head for for the next, I don't know, when's Deltarune coming out? Let's see. Google Deltarune full release. Let's see. Probably, I don't know. From the Deltarune subreddit. Full release between 2026 and 2027. All right. Thank you, random Google highlighter response. Is that probably true? Probably not, because that was like a couple years ago. Chapter 5 worldwide, Q3, Q4 2026. Chapter 6 worldwide, TBA. So who knows? Nah, yeah, no, there's no way. Although imagine being like making some sort of like, well, no, it's the what is it? Apollo and the Gift of Prophecy. Again, really tough. I'm at best here. Oh, frick, this has like a billion different. Wow, Getty images. Okay, frick. All right, well, we use this anyways. I want to see if that there we go. There we go, like this. This image. You gotta make a joke, and you gotta hope for it to land. it's like investments. You gotta invest in a random joke, and then one day someone clip it and be like, "Whoa, they got correct." Enjoy your one day of internet fame. Full risk. It's gonna be like 2028 to 2030 for my estimate. All right, well, remind me in 4 years. Wild statement. Or maybe not 4 years. Maybe it's like because it's gonna be like it's a bunch of chapters, right? So it's maybe like 2029 September, maybe like 2029 October. Honestly, I don't know. But maybe it could be then. Maybe it could be then. Again, you have to just log down a day. Just like make like a random post. Be like, I predict it's gonna come out this day, and then just pray, just hope, and then one day someone's gonna be like, wow, when it happens, you're like, I called it all the way back. It's the meta. I don't know. Slightly off. I kind of like it like this. I don't know. But I don't know. I find it's a maybe I don't know. Maybe it's different for this. I'll have to figure it out later. But at least when I was playing, or at least when I was like developing games, like it's so difficult, like as someone who like makes games, to play games, because then it's like, oh frick, I'm spending all my time, making games, not actually playing them. I feel like I mean maybe it's a different story for depending on what you do on Twitch. Like if you're a variety game streamer, then I feel like you basically play anything. I mean, obviously, there's some games you probably wouldn't play for stream because it's just like, well, I mean, it's probably won't do well, but like, you can probably play most things. But I don't know, if you're like if you kind of like niche down into a very specific type of game, you probably don't get the chance to play many games for stream. It all depends. But yeah, there's 7 chapters. 1 is 2018, 2 is 2021, 3 and 4 is 2025, 5 is 2026, 7 and 6 is 2028, 2030. So that's about right, I think. Although I'm feeling maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong in this, because I'm like I haven't played the other ones, but I'm feeling they might take a bit more for the final final chapter potentially, just because there's probably like a bit more that they need to do in code. Again, I don't know. Maybe the final chapter is gonna be like an hour long or something, or whatever they plan it. But I think generally stuff like that is like, it's always like the finale, the final season, the final chapter, the final game, etc. It always takes longer. Yeah. True. Yeah, 5/20/26. There we go. So we got something releasing this year at least. That's pretty good. That's pretty exciting. We're getting probably better than probably better than the wait from 2 to 3 and 4 for 4 years. Whew. I say fully sweating with my comic release schedule. Holy. I mean, I've been doing all this stuff. I don't think I've actually uploaded anything for that in a while, so I need to do that and get back onto that. By the way, 5 inches release. Yeah, it's like because it's coming like later this year, right? Yeah, like that I'm saying like that's when you're gonna be chilling. So you're gonna be like, ooh, holy, new game, new more stuff, more community activities, etc. Maybe about July. Okay, there we go. It's always the summer blockbusters. It's always those. Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. Again, this year's got so many games coming out. Holy, it's stacked year. Got stuff. We're feasting. We love Deltarune. Love you. Again, I don't know. I have to get on that. I really liked Undertale when it came out, but I'll get into Deltarune when it fully releases. That's the day. Mark it in the calendars. That looks cool though. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll watch a stream of it or something. Because I think, yeah, I think I mentioned it before, but it's like, what was it, the first chapter is like all, I mean, not all, but it's like mostly like straightforward narratively. Like there's no like branching paths or whatever. Or maybe there isn't, but I think that's why I was told to it by a friend. You guys see that those fan of the theories are so funny. Again, yeah. I mean, the theory's gotta be going crazy right now. I feel like maybe when a new game comes out, like the theories stop for a bit because everyone's busy playing the game, and then like give it like maybe like a couple days or a week, and then everyone's like, oh holy, make a bunch of a lot of cool stuff. You'll have obsessed over the color green. Hey, me since childhood. Let's go. Let's go green. We love to see it. I feel like I feel like when someone's like I love green, in my head automatically I'm like you're a cooler person. It doesn't matter how what you do or whatever you say. It's just like there's like a flat boost to my association of you. You know what I mean? So it's just a what color. It has nothing to do with the game, and I don't know. Regardless, yeah. Literally anything. And I think it's something like that. I think it's probably. I think I'm probably done with the sketching, but honestly, at the same time, I'm kind of worried because last time I was like, ugh. Whatever. It'll be a later page. If it turns out wrong, then it turns out wrong. Oh yeah. Is there new developments on that? I think you mentioned it last time. It was like, yeah, there's like, I was like, oh, is there any of our posts that are kind of like going crazy? So is there any new developments from like last time? Or there's like, I don't know, something that came up? Oh yeah. Maybe there is. Maybe there's like some, like, oh, we discovered, we data mined the game to find out something else happened. There's some other important thing. I really looked. Yeah, I felt fair. Look, it's a theory. It's a theory. It's okay if it's incorrect or there's no other thing about it that really supports it. It's fine, right? Because I'm just guessing. By the way, there's a tampon theory. I'm morbidly curious, but I really hate to ask. What is the tampon theory? The rough ring. What's rough rectangle? The frick? This has been in here the entire time? Huh? I don't know if I'd use it, but it's good to know it exists. Kind of spoilers. Okay, well maybe don't tell me then, because again, I don't typically remember spoilers. Actually no, the opposite. I don't typically remember spoilers until they become relevant. I think when it was like what was that one anime that was like the frick. Oh no, there's some random anime that has like a murder mystery like time loop thing, and I remember someone telling me about the spoilers for the end of it because I was like, oh, I really don't care about it. I probably won't see it. And then like years later, I go to watch it, I'm like instantly in the back of my head, I'm like, oh right, I remember all this. Oh frick, and I got the spoiler retroactively counted, unfortunately. It's like start a chapter. Okay, start a chapter. That's like not that bad. I don't know. Sure, go ahead. It was frick. It was something. I don't want to say it because if I mean, I don't want to say what the spoiler is because obviously if it sounds like, oh, I need to get back to watching that, then sure. But it was like some sort of old like anime. It was popular. Frick. Okay, I'll look for it. And then you tell me the Delta thing. I'll look for the anime. There's no Dead Watch. It's all back to Dead Watch. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's the way I described it is not completely correct to what the thing is, because I don't know, it's been a while, but it was really popular for a while. It was I want to say like 2010. I say I'm fully blanking on the name. Holy frick! I'm looking at the Mal, and I'm like, wait a second. There's so much random stuff that came out since then. Holy. Maybe I skipped over it, but how far has fallen that I can't even find in the first one? Maybe I'll find it in my list actually. I don't use Mal that often, but I used to when I got like whenever I get into like anime, I'm like always like, oh cool, I'll update my Mal. But it's one of those things. I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like just tracking something for the sake of tracking it. Might as well, right? Oh. Rick? Oh, okay, yeah, Erased. That's the one. It all comes together. I say 20. It's like 2016. Yeah, I got spoiled. I got spoiled for Erased when that came out, and then freaking. And then later, like it was like truly like 4 years later, I watched it. I'm like, oh wait a second, I remember everything. I remember every spoiler come back to me, like the freaking brain blast, new Jimmy Neutron. Maybe a lot. We don't do a second panel, and then we just like line list it all together, and it's chilling. Hold up. Yeah, there we go. Ink. Oh, I feel like I need to get back to watching stuff though again. It's been a hot minute. I feel like it's recently, like the past couple months, it's just been freaking YouTube videos or whatever. Just because that's how things have been. But maybe later this year, maybe something. I don't know. Mario movies coming out. Maybe I might as well give it. But yeah, basically there's dark worlds and they make IRL objects alive. One of the main characters is a fluffy boy, and there's a multiple these worlds. So there's a theory that one of those. Okay, there's a theory that one of these main characters is Dan, which is in everyone. I'm rereading over this because I need to process it again. Hold on. And the main characters is a fluffy boy. So it's I see. How uh, how does the how's I mean, I guess yeah. I sure anything could be an object, right? I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's zero confirmation. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it'd be relevant. It's just a funny. It's just a funny theory. But I don't know. Hey, I mean, in between releases, you gotta do something as a fandom, right? Like. Like, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna be like, oh yes, gonna hibernate until the new release comes out. I mean, probably as most of them, right? And the final thing comes out, and slowly everyone drifts away and trickles out to the new thing. But also, like first off, any other object could be that, right? But no one's making like the battery theory or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They go crazy for a while. They get crazy after chapter arcs. Big cliffhanger. There we go. Stuff like that. There's also probably going to be. I mean, I'm just gonna say like with the way how most stories pan out, probably going to be a big cliffhanger this chapter as well. So prepare for that. I suppose, you know, get your bunker all ready to go. Yeah, I mean, maybe, I don't know. Probably will be. I don't know how long these chapters are, but I just think like in terms of like story structure, right? It's probably like there's probably like some sort of huge cliffhanger, darkest hour. Then probably the next chapter is like well, the next two of them come out together, I think, right? Or you said that might be. So I don't know. So cliffhanger, and then one of the chapters is like kind of getting it to the point of setting up the finale, and then everyone's the finale. Probably. I don't know. Toby loves big cliffhangers. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not super familiar with anything else he's worked on in terms of like writing other than Deltarune or Undertale. So I mean, probably is the case. I know he does music, and apparently wasn't he does like a lot of music for people now. I think like he's done like a bunch of Pokemon themes, but also like there's something else recently came out. I don't know, which is neat. I like this Sword and Shield battle tower theme. That was pretty good. Did he also do Academy Ace, or is that someone else? There's new stuff, yeah. Again, I mean, he does all the. I mean, maybe he doesn't anymore, but he does all the Deltarune music. So I mean, I guess in some sense you're cut out with it. unless you're out here playing the game on like zero volume, you've muted everything. Like, no, I don't want to listen to any of this. Yeah, I don't know. For the most part, that was pretty good. I'd say, like all the themes. I think I mean, Megalovania is just too memorable, too iconic. That's the thing. It's hard to beat any of them. It's hard for any of them to beat Megalovania. And then just remembering all those so like 20, it was like whenever it came out, it was like 20. Did it come out 2016? I feel like it came out 2016. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's like 2014 actually. Undertale. I remember 2015. So it was around then. Release date. Probably 2015 or something like that. Yeah, release date September 2015. There we go. So like I said, above and below, but not the actual number. But yeah, I don't know. It's I'm just remembering all the 2015 Undertale remixes and all that. I had like so many to my playlists. Yeah, and the it was like from the ROM hack, right? But like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Sure, it didn't come popular because of it. You know what I'm saying? It's it also, I don't know. It's just more iconic. It's just a better use of it. You know, who invented? I mean, this is me. This is slanderous. Who invented 1985? Right? The bowling for soup. But like, Avania probably is like a top 10 Toei song. Yeah, though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I give you top 10 songs, but they're all like Undertale. Actually, no, that's not. That's a lie. I mentioned. I think Battle Tower is pretty good. I don't know if it's top. It's just a good song. But what else? I mean, did it? I feel like it was Academy, so it's Toby Fox. I'm actually gonna look it up right now because I'm so curious. Toby Fox Academy. Let's put it. Come on. See, they do it. I think so. Bulbapedia. You never steered me wrong before. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There we go. The frick? Uh-huh. He's done voice acting for Homestuck, I think. I've never gone to Homestuck. I know people who were part of the fandom, but I don't know. I just never got to it. I I looked at, this is the page, the Bulbapedia page for Toby Fox. What the frick is this image? What the frick is this? Huh? Okay, cool. It's Academy. So what the frick? Huh? All right, there you go. Cursed image for the day. Boom. Oh, I'm gonna do an IRL reveal and then just cover yourself with foam. Face reveal stream and then. I will say that I didn't notice it until after reading the thing on the side. So I was like, okay, cool. And then I just looked at the side, it's like a jump scare. Boom, Toby jump scare. He isn't real. He can't hurt you. He was supposed to release the Delta newsletter on April 1st, but he just posted that. Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, I know people like hate April Fools. Like, some people hate April Fools like a burning fashion. I kind of love, like, I like April Fools when there's something funny, you know what I'm saying? Or when there's something novel and unique. I think April Fools is kind of lame when people take it as a way to do like pranks or whatever, but like stuff like the Google Earth Pokemon thing, or whenever they like release like a new novel. Like I think Path of Exile had like a battle royale mode for their April Fools like a long time ago, and I played that and I was like, frick, this is a peak April Fools joke. So I feel like stuff like this is kind of great. Minecraft April Fools? I'm not aware. What do they do? I think that, wait, hold on, I'm aware of, there's one of them where they kind of like removed all the, yeah, they removed like a bunch of like stuff from the game, right? There's like a joke. It was like something to do with crafting or something like that. I don't know. I was so thinking about doing like an April Fool's stream, but I was also at the same time I was like, actually, I don't know if I'm gonna stream Wednesday actually, because I'm revising my stream schedule for next week because of Nuzlocke and stuff. So I was like, wait, actually, maybe I won't do a Wednesday stream. They added infinite dimensions for one. Interesting. They got more. Have players discovered them all? Oh. How many dimensions is infinite? Very cool. Again, yeah, stuff like that though, where like they make stuff for April Fools rather than just being like, haha, prank. I feel like all that stuff is like whatever. Like, but all the stuff where it actually makes something interesting, it's like, ooh, okay, now we're speaking. Now it's something new. I don't know. They need a curated list of good April Fool's jokes. And then people will respect it again, but until then, Rick. Maybe next year I'll do an April Fool's stream. Maybe. Rick. Maybe I should have promised that on April Fools, so then I could have a plausible deniability for wherever I do one. I think they completely changed almost the entire game for one. I believe it. They're like, look, the people who are actually creative and can make good April Fool's jokes, they go the extra mile. We love, we love to see it. We love to expect it. So I believe it. Freaking, they put all their effort into the like a completely new infinite dimensions or something, or new expansions, or whatever. It's like, yes, and then I guess it is Minecraft. It is Minecraft that's like, I feel like they always get flack for their is it like lack of updates, I think, and then the mob vote or whatever. I'm not super up to date, but I feel like every single time I hear about there's a new one, there's always people complaining about whatever the winner is. More effort on April Fools than the actual game, yeah. Yeah. That's here's the thing. All you gotta do is you gotta put all your game updates on April Fools, so then you could justify it. You know? That it's like, oh no, I swear we're updating in game. We're just gonna update on April Fools and make all these joke updates. That's how you get them. That's how you get them. You'll see it. God, imagine every single game updating like on one day, like during the year. That would be what a nightmare. Here's the yearly April Fools, the one day you can actually update your game. Ugh. Something like that. I don't know, frick. I hate drawing crossed arms. If people hate it, just say April Fools. So true. So true. Listen, I'm so sure that something's gonna come out. But it's the 27th today, so something's gonna come out in a couple days. And then we'll decide whether or not it's good or bad. We'll see. It's like some sort of terrible April Fool's update. It's like unplayable, not fun. April Fools, you can't craft, you can't mine or craft. Just a complete overhaul of the game and then just update April Fools. They did that. Oh yeah, I think that might have been. It's like that one. I think that might have been the one I was thinking of. There's something like that. Balloons tower defense. My April Fool's update. There are no more balloons. You play as the balloons. Freaking Cliff. I don't if this is a mod, but I think you're creating the universe or something. I mean, isn't that what you're doing in every single Minecraft save file? Or maybe, I don't know. Again, I don't really play Minecraft that much. I say that much. I don't think I've really played it. I think within like the past year or whatever. I had a fun time with it when I did. From Adams, from the dust, building it up. Yeah, it's called. Yeah, it's called the create seed menu. What are you doing? You create a world. Yeah. What do you think that is? No, but I mean, the creating a universe or something is that's something, I guess. Isn't that what isn't that what the single block challenge is or whatever? It's like the one where you like, I want to say Skyblock, but I don't think it's Skyblock. It might be. It's a freaking one where you're just stranded in one block and you gotta figure out what to do with it. Could be. I love vectors. I don't know, probably something like that. I'm not listening. I gotta remove that. I'm not listening to anything right now, unfortunately. Dang, they got me. I was listening to 1 week earlier, but because I was like, oh, it has been 1 week, so maybe I'll put that on repeat. Because I don't know, maybe there's like I need to put on like I need to have like more celebratory songs. But like honestly, like, frick, who needs songs when streaming? Just vibe. What can I say? Maybe that's wrong. Again, there is something truly different about like doing art by yourself and then doing art streaming, because then it's like it just feels like, oh frick, I can't focus on talking and listening to music and then interacting with chat and then also doing the actual art. I've been listening to AOT stuff like the whole day. What's well, I'm trying to think of what. There's yeah, I completely changed my music taste. There we go. Yeah, what happened to like listening to anything, huh? If it's good. There we go. Exactly. Caught. I don't know, I guess you could say like a 18 music is good. I don't know. Like, what do they have? They have a freaking yeah phases. Yeah, it's not a phase, mom. It's called anime. Yeah, phases like what? The moon? Huh? No, as far as you know, NH, I've never heard of anything. How can you expect me to know about that? Frick, what else is there? There was like what was the first one? It was like no rambling. I'm rambling. I'm thinking about the AOT songs. I know there's I haven't seen that many seasons, but I know of a couple. There was one that got really popular. It was like Sasageo, freaking uh, freaking no, that was a bunch. Not the openings, the OST. Oh, anime OST. Oh, okay, interesting. That's even more of like a deep cut, I think. Then right, because like I feel like most of the time when people are like, oh, I love this anime's music, they're like 90%, 99% of the time, either OST, the OST, sorry, either opening or ending, right? Like some in German. There you go. You gotta like you gotta like disguise it, you know, and then put on when someone's like, yo, pass the aux cord, you gotta play it, and then they'll be like, what the heck's going on here? And then wow, this is great. What's it from? And then it'd be like, oh, you know, just it's something I've been listening to on the side, and you get do like a little like smirk and a nod towards the camera. You know what I'm saying? I feel like an anime OST would be they'd get away with that more often though, because like it's just like OST. Like OST is like very I don't know, like it's usually pretty I don't want to say generic, but like it could be widely applicable to a lot of different things. Like openings and endings are different though. That's when people are like, wait a second, this is from something, isn't it? You added this from a playlist from an anime you've watched, and then they'll out you for that. I mean, I don't know. I think I've only seen the first season. It was like I was in the trenches when it came out, and I was like, "Frick, okay, you know, I'm into this." And then it took like a billion years for this second season to come out. And just like I lost interest. I'm done. Which I guess they're all out now, but it's like you know what I'm saying. It's like they gotta get on that. Yo, what you got? Top 3 anime for me? Hey, maybe. I don't know. Like, I don't have any anime. Also, was there not extremely relevant to this, but somewhat of a tangent. There's like a Crunchyroll thing the other day because I was like, oh, I don't have Crunchyroll or anything. I don't have anything way to watch anime without sailing the seas. But I was like, wasn't there a thing where they got like their like the data breach or whatever? And then people were saying that they had credit card information exposed. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's terrible. I think I had a Crunchyroll account. And then it was later clarified it was like they had it exposed because they like sent it in a customer support email to customer support. I'm like, okay, thank goodness I never did any of that. Like what? Ooh. What the things people do. The things people do. I've only sent my government ID in an email. I'm safe. Again, anime. No, sorry. YouTube has that now. Though. You have to verify your age on YouTube if you want to like do something like pin a comment on your channel. It's ridiculous. Like what? Like huh? Why would I do that? I mean, granted, it's Google and they already have all this stuff anyways, but piracy actually being safer than paying is crazy. Again, I'm not sure if I could openly endorse it like this, but hey, sometimes you just gotta You gotta do what's best for you. For you. But yeah, that is crazy because like that's the thing though, right? You go to these like services for because you don't have to like risk getting like some sort of virus or whatever through pirating it, you know. Which I mean, I don't think most people would encounter that, but like I feel like on every single like site like that, there's like a billion freaking pop-up ads that like immediately redirect you to some other thing. One Piece is the most pirated manga. So just there we go. Yar. Freaking. I don't know. I mean, it kind of makes sense if you think about it, how in like there's like a billion different chapters of it. Again, I think I said it before, but like freaking, I'm watching the live action One Piece, and I'm enjoying it. But every once in a while, I'll like see someone talk about it. It's like, oh, I can't wait till they reach this thing. And I'm like, what the frick are you talking about? What's any of this stuff? It's like all the far future for me. It's like I can't wait till they I can't wait until they get to the point in like episode like 884 where this happens. I'm like, oh, what the frick? That's not gonna happen. I can't say this enough. I want more chapters. Are you are you One Piece manga or like reader? Is that what I'm hearing? It's I don't want to say, I don't want to make assumptions on if you are or not, but like freaking it turns out that a lot more people are up to date with One Piece than I've considered before, which I mean, like, it makes sense. It's like very popular and long running, but also at the same time, it's like, wow, like 1,000 episodes in, dang, that's dedication. Okay, so episodes then. Okay, episodes. All right. I see. That's we see that. I guess it's better to be aware than not aware, because then you get like I don't know, like I feel like there's so like One Piece is like there's so much stuff that you get casually spoiled on, because if you're on like 300 episode like 300 and then someone's just like they're fully up to date and they're just casually talking about stuff that happens in like the latest season, then you're like, what the frick is happening? Like if you're getting into One Piece, the anime, then you gotta be like, I'm taking a break from all social media, all conversations about anything for the next like 4 months or something. I don't know. Favorite anime, hard to guess. Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know. One Piece is pretty cool. I'll say One Piece is pretty cool. It's just the length of it. It's that's what's stopping it. I mean, there's like, it is good to know there's like a wealth of content to go back and watch. That's the fear of like a lot of shows. It's like how far they can get, or is this gonna get canceled? But I don't know. It's the opposite. I think I hate that would happen is the One Piece getting revealed in manga, but the anime doesn't get it for months. I mean, be so real. I think it's probably, unfortunately, I think it's probably gonna happen with just how it's, unless they specifically make it so that they put like a delay or hiatus on the manga, and then they keep it on parity with the anime. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think things different's gonna happen with that. Unfortunately, like that's the point where you gotta go into your bunker and you gotta not look up any social media for it whatsoever, and then just freaking stay completely away. Meanwhile, everyone on social media is like, the One Piece is real. It's real. Can we get much higher? you know. It's this is it. Also, that was. I will say I did watch like 60 episodes back in the day of like freaking of the show, and I was like, wow, this is good, and I just sort of stopped watching it and I never got back into it, because it's just one of those things where it's like, once you fall off a habit, you're like, frick, okay, I'll have to get back into it. It's tough. By the way, do you see the hype around it being by the way, do you see the hype around it being written on a piece of paper? No, the One Piece. I mean, yeah, duh. The One Piece. It's been written on a piece of paper for 1,000 chapters or something. Like, no, I'm kidding. I haven't seen it though. No. One Piece. I guess paper. Again, I'm not gonna get any good results. Oh, okay, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah. But One Piece, the manga's been out on a bunch of pieces of paper before. It can't be that much different. What do you mean, huh? Funny joke. Uh, that's interesting here though. I'll say, because if it's all in Oda's head, like that's so much risk. That's like someone knowing, like that's like one person only knowing like the freaking, I don't know, let's say Krabby Patty secret formula, and that's it. It's not written down anywhere. That's a little much. And he has told other people. Okay, there we go. Maybe the One Piece was the friends we made along the way, and then We Are starts playing. It's cool though. I don't know. What's the end date for this series? 'Cause I feel like it's been going on for a while, but I don't know. I don't know how, I know they're getting close. Like they had a whole like a time skip like a couple years ago. So like they gotta be ending it sometime soon. Unless they're like, hey, we're gonna have another time skip. We had one the first time skip. What about the second one? I don't know, probably. It's been confirmed as a thing you can touch. I don't know. Okay, so I mean, it's probably just like the first idea that comes to someone's head when they think of what the One Piece probably is. Or just like a bunch of gold. I guess I don't know. I think like that'd be really lame, and be realistically that's not what it is. But it'd be very funny to imagine, just like after like over like thousands and thousands or thousands of chapters and episodes that just you just get there and it's just like, you know, like a classic style of buried treasure. Uh, I don't know. One Piece chicken nuggets. Yeah, One Piece is real. It's real. And you just go there. Wonderful. I don't know. I will say I do not envy Oda for being in this position where they have to, the way they built up a mystery for like, oh, it's probably over 20 years now. Yeah, something like, it's for decades, and then having to reveal what that thing actually is, because you know there no matter what it actually is, there's probably nothing that'll like appease all the fans. There's someone who's gonna complain. It's like, wow, I really wish it was this. Like this was probably, it was better in my head as a theory when it was actually this. Like that's, yeah. But by the way, basically it was written down and put at a random spot in the ocean, so it's a big amount of hype. I see. Some some random some random person picks it up and they have no idea any of it's talking about, and it's like, okay, cool, and they just toss it back overseas. But I don't know, maybe that's the real one. Maybe the real One Piece is the billions of people going out to sea to discover what Oda means by what the One Piece actually is. Fans found the general location in 13 hours. I look, I believe it. People on the internet are so good at like locating things based on absolutely no hints at all. Like, you know, there's like some people that like have their windows or like drawn or like open or whatever, and then people have been able to discover that, like where they are because of that. Like that's wild. Yeah, I don't know. That's exciting. Although I imagine it'd be kind of unfortunate if someone found it before the series wrapped up or that's revealed, right? Because then it's like, well, we already know what it is. So I don't know. I'd hate to see that. Well, yeah, this fine print in the vid that's like, yeah, we collected it up there. Dang. to the search remains. All right, so when are you gonna go on your long voyage to find the One Piece paper? Huh? When are you gonna take to the seas? Yeah, you're poor now, but that's why you go on the quest to find the One Piece papers so that you can make bank from it. You know, you gotta live a pirate's life. True, true. See, there we go. There we go. Hey, worst comes to worst, if you don't find it, you can make like a clickbait video of like, I searched around the world for the One Piece paper. Make like $1 million off of that. So these are so true, so true. And yeah. I'm just imagining like just going like a full-on adventure, just recreating everything just to find this paper. Crazy. It's peak. It's peak. But yeah, I don't know. I've only seen like the first like, or before the second season of the live action started, I've only seen like a little past Arlong Park, maybe Reverse Mountain, of the original anime. So like when I'm seeing stuff before of like Chopper or like freaking, I think it's Brooks. It's like a skeleton guy. I'm like, what the frick? Huh? What are all these people? Who are these guys? What do you mean? I thought just Zoro and Sanji and Nami and all that. And then I see all these. I'm like, what the frick? All right, that's Brooke. Like I don't know about much of him from watching any of it, right? Obviously, because I haven't gotten there. But he seems cool. Then there was also the whole what is it? Binks's Brew. I think I heard of that. Like, okay, this is cool. And then it showed up in the live action as well. I don't know. Freaking, I think the next season of the live action is coming out like freaking next year, probably maybe end of next year. There we go. I love Brooke. I like Binks's Brew. There we go. See, what a show. What a world. This is a good thing though. I think like there's a couple of channels that I do know that do like pirate shanty-esque themes, and then I saw them play that. I'm like, I have no clue what this is, but I mean, listen to it, and it's pretty good. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll add it to the list. Give it a listen, and there we go. Good song, good song. But it's kind of, I don't know, maybe just because like I never got past like the very initial part, but it was very interesting that like the at least the beginning, like the East Blue era doesn't really have any like pirate shanties for it being a pirate anime. By the way, I prefer the English one because I watched it in dub. All right, very good. I know that there's a whole thing that some people will have with anime. It's like, I'm a sub enjoyer, and then someone's like, oh no, I'm the dub enjoyer, and then they'll just brawl about it online. Honestly, I don't. I mean, I like both for different reasons. I think yeah, exactly, because like I don't know, it's not really that. It's not like world shakingly important or which one's better. Someone's gonna watch this and be like, no, just angrily typing to me like an email, like just pointing out why I'm wrong and then why one's better. But I will say I do listen to dub for when I'm doing anything else, because like if it's a subbed anime, then I have to obviously read the subtitles. But if it's a dubbed anime, then it's basically just like I can just have that on and then do something else and watch the anime at the same time. So it's more ideal for certain ones. But sometimes I don't know. Sometimes the dubbing's not very great. So I guess so. I guess it depends on which one, but I mean, for the most part, just generally in principle, they're both decent. By the way, what part did they get in live action? Live actions currently up. They just finished the okay, sorry, it's been a second. And it's like Wapow, I think, is some of the guy with the big old iron jaw. They just fought him, defeated him on Drum Island, and then did a whole cherry blossom thing. I guess spoilers for. I should have said spoiler, but we've been getting into it for a bit. So I don't know. If someone's been listening to a precursor, yeah, Wapol, yeah, sorry. There we go. Yeah. Again, I watched it like 2 weeks ago, or like when it like basically a couple days after you came out. So I was like, yeah. But yeah, it'd be very funny to imagine someone's listening to this like in the back and be like, no, I can't believe they got the spoilers for something based on this entire conversation. I could never would have expected it. But yeah, that's where they got to in the live action. So I don't know. I don't know how far. I saw his name such an insignificant villain. Hey, maybe, but they gave him like something in the at least something to do in the live action. I was gonna say, I mean, I am curious. Yeah, I was gonna say at least in the anime. I am curious about how far in it is, because I don't know. Like, the problem with the One Piece live action in theory is that it'll never catch up to the anime or manga without making like crazy major diversions or stuff. Because I think they just unveiled who Mr. Zero is. That's probably like, it's like an anime watcher up to the current part. You're probably like, oh frick, that's like ages ago. One Piece filler movie. Sure. I mean, depends on like how relevant it is. Like, is it relevant to anything that's happening in like the main story or not really, you think? Because if it isn't, sure. But if it's like something that's like, oh, this might actually come up in like a story, like the series, then maybe not. You know what I mean? Nah, not really. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, sure. I forget this is slightly off. It's about Wapol. Ah, yes, the insignificant man. Again, maybe he'll come back. Maybe he's the One Piece. But yeah, go ahead. Freaking, I don't know. Maybe the neck is just too far back for this. There's something off about the Pokemon draw on this. Oh, it's probably, yeah, no, I see now. It's because of the angling of this. Whoop. Something like that. And we do. This is up and more. Yeah, I don't know. I also need to get. I ran out of all my ginger. I'm done. I'm cooked. I got a short stream today, so it's whatever. Ooh. I think 3 hours is probably fine. I don't know. Again, 4 is like kind of stretching, I think, for me, honestly. After doing it a bit, I think that's maybe. Plus, if it's shorter, then if someone ends up rating it, I'm like, okay, cool. I can stay for a couple more hours. That's more ideal rather than not doing so, and it's like being at my limit and then being like, oh wait, freaking, wait a second, do I just stay? Yeah, I don't know. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is wildly different. Chopper was having a nightmare about Drum Island, so that's so funny. Is he really not anyone? That's so funny. Again, I don't know. I don't know if you've seen. I mean, probably not the latest season. I'm not sure if you've seen like any of the first seasons of the latest. They really. they really made him at least like some enemy. Like I wouldn't say that he's like the greatest villain of all time. Like not like the like in terms of like quality, but in terms of like how much presence they give him. Like I'm not sure he's like you know one of the bigger villains, but at least like they I would say he's more comparable to Arlong. I think at least Arlong and Arlong Park. Maybe not on the same caliber set necessarily, but like in the same ballpark maybe. Luffy soloed him in like 2 moves. I will say actually that's something that doesn't happen as much in the live action because I feel like it's one of those things where like they don't really let Luffy like solo a bunch of people. I mean he solos a couple of people, but it's not really like he's not really like super off the scale in terms of like power, which is interesting, but it's not like something immersion breaking for someone who doesn't know that much about the original. Did they the walk in Arlong Park? I think I think I know what you're talking about. I think they did. It's the freaking. Hold on, let me just double check. Walk to Arlong Park. I don't think they did. They did, but I don't think it was like the same scale. I think it was short. It was truncated. You're right. Again, I mean, maybe again, it's been a while since I've seen the first season, but they did do this. I think it was like the end of one of the episodes. I guess again, well, I guess spoilers, but also if anyone's watching this and they haven't caught on to the spoilers for One Piece live action in this, I'm so sorry. This is the image I found online about this. So this is pretty much what the one was in season 1. Like they did an equivalent of it. For the actual walk itself, I don't really remember that much. I know they did the whole. Well, yeah. So no, yeah, exactly. Hey, I mean, maybe this someone else is like, hey, I haven't seen any One Piece. I want to get into it. You never know. You gotta be careful. I gotta get better at that though. Like I swear, like sometimes I'll say things that are spoilers or accidental spoilers for something that someone that actually hasn't watched, which doesn't happen too often. But whenever it does, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh no. Same. Although I assume again for One Piece, right? It's got to be like if you're ahead and you're saying, "Oh, I can't believe this person did this." The person who's like hearing it probably has no clue who you're talking about in the first place, and they're like, "Who the frick are you talking about? What even is that?" Like, you know what I mean? So maybe you're safe, but for other things, maybe not. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think yeah, again, I don't know. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen the first season, but I think they did that. I think I will say the second season has I don't want to say it's better. Maybe it's better. I don't know. Yeah, there's so many names and stuff. There are so many names and yeah, it's and there's so many characters as well. Like truly like the Wikipedia page for the One Piece live action one at least, freaking it was like, oh, this section about the cast is unnecessarily long and needs to be edited down as like a footnote from Wikipedia staff because they were like, frick, we don't actually need this to be this detailed. Which I think is incredibly funny. They there's just so many random jokers. I swear, like genuinely, like I could say something about the freaking the live action, and you'd be like, oh yeah, the live action, like that guy's like irrelevant, and I'd be like, wow, yeah, they probably are, but there's just so many characters introduced. Like freaking, I'll say it was very funny. There's like was it Mr. I'll say Mr. Nine or whatever from Baroque Works that period. I do remember reading a post or whatever. And it's like this guy looks like freaking RT game, which is so funny. Yeah, there's like a bit. They really did. Yeah, like a billion dudes. And I will say as well for the live action, the costuming. At least I've seen some of the comparisons, and they look pretty. They look fairly decent for live action adaptations as far as they go, because usually like they're not guaranteed to be any good. I might look at the walk on YouTube. Not gonna lie. I mean, might as well. I don't know. I think if you I think if you've seen the actual, like you've seen, you're caught up on the anime. I think I guess it's worth giving like the live action a try if you have access to it. Not that you have to, but just like I always think it's fascinating to like look at something that's like adapted and see how what they changed and what they like, kept in. But the walk's pretty good. I will say there's also the they have it for this one. It's the one of the scenes that I thought was really fun and well choreographed was there's a it's that Cactus Island or something like that? It's one of the first islands that they visit in the Grand Line. The one that's like the Baroque workspace. There's like a Zorro fight in there, and then the like it's like the one where there's like Zorro v 100 dudes. That one's pretty sick. I mean, if you haven't seen it, you can check that one out. I looked at the original for reference, and it does look like kind of completely different. I will say. But maybe I just didn't find the right part of the episode. The houses are like burnt. A lot of things have changed. I remember there's a lot of stuff in like the thing that kind of is different than how it went down in the anime. Because I do remember a couple of parts from the anime, like a lot of the stuff with Buggy. I think at the start, like his like that whole episode feels a bunch different. I think some of Usopp's stuff is different in the anime art along Flip the House upside down. Yeah, I mean, kind of. I mean, I say that, but I feel like they've done like a bunch of weird stuff on like the live action sets before. It'd be kind of hard to flip a house upside down in terms of like a bunch of them in terms of VFX. But so they probably just like, oh, we're just gonna burn them, call it a day. But I don't know. But I mean, I don't know, maybe like there's like some sort of like production or set or whatever that's gonna be like, oh, we'll do it. Maybe that's for the third season. Yeah, no worries. So like this, maybe like perspective. That's tough sometimes because like you want to make it cool, but also at the same time, I just want to draw them. I just want to draw my silly little characters, my silly little guys. I'm gonna draw Carrie in a second, though. I'll say that. Is she shorter like that? I did skip right to Carrie while I was drawing the rest of Otto's face, but that's just because I was like trying to figure out what to do with Otto's face. Something like that. Oh, I will say, I'm testing some stuff out with tags. I used to stream and I have the English tag with all lowercase, and I was like, okay, this is fine. For some reason, Twitch is like, or no, I mean, it's either Twitch or OBS, where they'll like add in the English tab, but like a proper capitalization. I said tab, like a fool, like the English tag, but with proper capitalization. And then I'd have the regular English tag, but with lowercase. So it'd just be English twice. It was like, what the heck? Why? So I'm messing around with stuff like that, seeing if it adds it again. If it does, I don't know, I'll throw hands or something, but we'll figure it out. We'll see. Again, it's been 1 week. Also, apparently YouTube has a feature or Twitch has a feature to auto update these to YouTube. I was recording all of these and storing them separately. Like I downloaded like a couple different programs to like edit the audio and freaking change the layers or not the layers, the tracks without completely re-encoding the videos and stuff. And then in Twitch it's just like, oh yeah, we can do that for you. We just do that for you. I'm like, what the frick? Since when? Huh? Like, okay, sure, I guess. They give me the headache, I suppose. I'll probably have to edit them. I mean, it's probably better to edit them, but at the same time. Also at the same time. It's an art stream. It's an art stream. Calm down, yeah. So I know what you're doing. You'll put them on the second monitor on a Chromecast to your TV while you're cooking or while you're playing video games or something. I know what you're doing. You can leave all this in. If you're doing that, I'm so sorry for the One Piece spoilers, I guess. Okay, I watched it. They used the Wilhelm scream. That is a little goofy, yeah. But they do have like a couple of minutes of that. Hey, for a live action adaptation, it is good. I mean, I'm not saying like that's what I'm saying. Is like for someone who doesn't know, for someone who's not watched. Sure. Not gonna lie, I do prefer the anime one. I mean, probably if I had to watch the anime one, I would say the same. Like uh, like I feel like that's the thing is like a lot of things that are they're difficult to do. Or I don't know. As an animation enjoyer, I just like when things are animated. I think like the expressiveness, the style, all that really adds to it. But then some people just can't watch anything without it being like in like live action. Like my dad, like he will not watch anything animated. He's like, oh, this is for kids. But then he'll watch basically the equivalent thing if it's like live action. Like he'll at least give it a shot, which is it's so funny. But it's also like no. They also took a big point about it. I won't spoil if you want. Well, I've already seen that part in the anime. I just don't really remember it. So like if it's only relevant to the Arlong Park plot line, then sure. If it comes out later, like then maybe not. Like I don't know, but like by the time it was like Arlong Park, I was like, oh yeah, I kind of remember all this stuff. They also did a bunch of stuff in the anime too, where they're like fighting underwater and things like that, right? Like they're at least during the ending bit. They also don't use Overtaken, which is like as when I was like watching as a teenager for the first time, I was like, wow, this is my favorite track from the OST. Oh, they might have actually have it. Okay, cool. I mean, they also do a bunch of different things. They also do a bunch of things different in the live action. Again, like if you haven't seen it, I mean, I recommend it on the fact that watching an adaptation of something you already know is generally pretty interesting, at least in terms of like seeing what differences they made. They have Garp in the in the first season. I know of Garp because for some I don't know how, but like I know a bunch of random One Piece things because of just the people I follow online. So I'm aware of Garp, even though they didn't show up in the anime. Yeah, they already introduced all this stuff like pretty quickly. So they just sort of have him there, sort of like kind of not really. I mean, chasing Luffy, like they have way more Kobe and Helmeppo than in the anime. I think at this point, because they actually show like the marine side a bit more. Although not that much in season 2, because I was kind of missing that in season 2. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, again, like just a bunch of random stuff. Yeah, I feel like adaptations can go either one way. Like it could go either way because there's sometimes like some adaptations are like they're too close to what the original is. So it's like, well, I mean, what's the point of redoing all that, right? When you can just watch the original, aka How to Train Your Dragon. Freaking, why did they make a How to Train Your Dragon movie and then just make it basically the same? Who thought this was a good idea? I don't know. Again, this is to appeal to people who are like my dad, who just like only watch live action things. But then you have other things that change it too much. And it's like it's not the same, and that's a lot of anime adaptations from before, right? Like Death Note or whatever. People love to bash on all that stuff. Now he's quite for that. They happened right before the walk. Maybe maybe check before the clip because I think they did that. I think I remember that. Are you talking about the thing where she takes like the knife or whatever and like the tattoo and she's like help me? And it's like I will. Because I think they do it before the walk. But if you're talking about a different thing, maybe not. No, it's not much actually on the walk. Oh. It's not, yeah, okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, cool. I think I just misread your first comment then. Yeah, yeah, they basically combined, I think. Which I mean, I don't know. Sure. Like again, I don't know. Maybe there's like some sort of like random like lore thing for it to be combined, or I guess it's the reason why it wasn't combined. But sure, whatever. But who knows? Who knows? And I don't know. I'll fix it later. We got some stuff done. Not really that much in theory, but it's harder to draw from nothing. But I think I'm probably gonna call it about here. I think. Again, try shorter streams, and then yeah, we'll figure if that makes it more entertaining. But I guess a place to stop. I'll update my schedule about it, but I think probably next week I'll do a full week of Nuzlocke stuff. So probably not art streams, which is again I'm kind of debating whether I want to keep art streams in there somewhere just to have one, but we'll see. Again, check the schedule, but yeah, thank you to thank you to everyone chatting and lurking. Very cool. All right, comment, a goodbye, take care. Thanks, Anish.